Welcome to the first ever episode of Bench Racing with RTR TV. I'm Dustin Hodges. Thanks for listening, folks. This week we're down in Central Florida at the 24 Hours of Orlando as we sit down with Mark and Liam Snyder, championship race car drivers from Texas, as they go through some wild and crazy stories about their just insane life. They built a tank, they put paintball guns on go-karts. Like, these boys are nuts. I hope you guys enjoy the show. This week, we're brought to you by MIR Raceline USA, 100% custom made Italian driving gear and team gear. Best you're ever going to look. Custom, handmade, custom fitted, and the best prices you're going to find anywhere in the market. Check them out, mirracelineUSA.com. And of course, always MPT Industries, the only true full synthetic oil left on the market today. If you love your car, do yourself a favor and learn what true full synthetic means at mptindustries.com. Now let's check out the show.
We'll go back to my point with Austin Wilkins.
Well, before you jump in,
okay,
let me just lead in and say we're sitting here with Mark Snyder. So before anybody...
Yeah, in the corner of a dark room
in the
on
corner
a couch.
Of a dark room at like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Trying to escape the cold.
And it's freezing outside. And we're in Orlando.
And we're at the safety briefing part.
Yeah, the driver's meeting. You can get strangled here, dude. Look at that.
Yeah, you can get strangled.
It's crazy. That's a weird picture.
Oh, God. Well, at this point, that might be a better fate than what we're going to do at the end of the race, but we'll see.
Like, who wears a scarf? You see where it's like drug under the back wheel?
Well,
like, who wears a scarf karting?
Cold.
You should try and roll out with a scarf next time.
Hey, don't mind me real quick. I'm staying warm.
Oh, good lord. So what were you saying about, like, this is the drivers? Like, you got to make the jump. Like, you can't hang around too long, right?
You have you have the Taylor brothers out there right now, and you have James French, and you have a few other pro car drivers out there, and then you also have a bunch of professional karters out there. Like you have what is his name? Mateus Ramirez, Danny Formal, Brendan Baker, to name a few. And they both have the same level of talent, and they're both excel at their skill. The problem is like I said, you have Wayne Taylor Racing, you have a lot of money, and you have a lot of good luck in a lot of situations, and you make it to cars. And then with karting, they couldn't break out of the bracket. And then you have, like, kids these days want to go race F1, obviously, and they're trying to stay in karting till 17, and it's just not working. Like, you can't learn suspension on a car when you've been doing weight transfer with your body till you're 17. It just becomes part of your habit, and you're gonna get in a car and you're like, why is this thing not turning? I'm smacking the side of the seat. It's not turning, man.
I can't get this 1,000-pound car.
Why can't I brake at the apex? Well, you can't. Like, and it's like I went out to Motorsports Ranch Crescent one time, and I'm not trying to talk bad about anybody, but there was a few karters out there that are national champions, and I was 10 seconds quicker. And you come up to them after, like, man, I'm pushing so hard, and you're like, yeah, you're really not. You're just kind of scared of the car, and it's like, and you pass them, and you're like, wow, you like are like 2 seconds quicker than me on a go-kart track. But I mean, they can't figure out, like, there's a limit on a car.
Well, I think there's a lot, like we were saying earlier, that, like, there's some people that have some skills extremely well. Like, I mean, we see a lot of karters that, like you said, are national champions that win Vegas and win all this, and it's like, it doesn't transfer. And then you see other kids who are like mid-pack karters, but they get in the car and they're like winning everything under the sun.
Exactly.
And it's a weird deal, like, because they're two different real skill sets.
Yeah.
I mean, you're learning basic driving, but they are really two different skills.
Exactly, and it, like, especially like, obviously the racecraft transfers, and learning how tires work transfer, and getting on power, but it's like, it's really, and what it also is now, you have this situation going on with F4s. Kids are skipping suspension. They're going straight to wings. And then now you don't understand that the faster you go, the faster you can go. And you have kids pushing 101% and totaling cars in fields. And
fields.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah. And they're wondering why no one wants to go race wing cars now. And it's just like, could you not drive an F1600 or a Skip Barber car or something, or a Miata?
It is. It's a big problem. I mean, doing the stuff I do for Cahill, I'm going to all these karting events trying to recruit kids all the time, and 1600. And that's
Yeah.
one of the big things I tell them is you have to learn mechanical grip. You need
Exactly.
to learn the suspension before you rely on the wings.
Yeah, like
But they've got this bill of goods sold to them by, I'm learning FIA points in
Yeah,
F4.
like,
I'm
look,
gonna
Instagram, I
I'm gonna
race
go to
F4,
F1,
yeah.
and it's like, okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Cool.
it's just like, well, I mean, we learned on a spec Miata, and you go from a spec Miata to a spec Ford, and you go to spec Ford to Ford Mazda. You drive like
And
old style.
You guys learned how to drive.
Yeah,
You
and
know.
I mean, we won a national championship, and it's just like you have to learn how to use an H pattern too. Eventually in your lifetime, you can't just look at this button.
Right.
Hey mom, look, the car shifts.
Look at the video game.
Yeah.
Well, that's one of the things I try and tell kids a lot is that if you're going to be a race car driver, a lot of what you're before Roger Penske writes you a check,
Yeah.
you got to make a living, and
Exactly.
a lot of that's in coaching. A lot of the coaching is in vintage, and those
Yeah.
there's no buttons in vintage racing.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's
Yeah.
and there's a big market for coaching in the vintage world, and you have to know how to drive that
Yeah,
thing.
and if you understand H pattern, you also understand like how to use your gears on a paddle shift. It's not just boom, like there you go. I mean,
Everybody
there's-
sees the F1 videos and they think that's what they're going to do.
Yeah.
But it's like, we don't have that tech in your car.
No,
sorry.
well, you can do that for a weekend and then spend $6,000. I don't know how much those transmissions cost, but yeah, it's just like kids now are like, hey, Instagram, I don't drive a Miata, I drive almost an F1 car.
Yeah.
Hey, people of the public, it's F1, F2, F3, F4.
Right.
Even though it's really not that quick of a
Have you
car.
seen the path that they have laid out that they show you? Like, if you win the F4 championship, what you do?
Oh, I've actually not seen that path.
So you go to F3 in America.
Yeah.
And then you go to Europe and run. It's either F4 or I think it's like F4 Euro.
Yeah, because
So like you go back a step.
Exactly. Well, the F4 cars in Europe are so much quicker, and the F3 cars in Europe are way quicker,
Yeah.
and the talent over there is insane.
When I think that's why you see guys like Kirkwood and Dickerson that are coming out of that program, they're going straight into LMP3
Yeah.
or some kind of IMSA program
Well,
as
they're
opposed
big-
to going to Europe.
Yeah, and they're trying
I
to
mean-
link up with a gentleman driver, and that's how you make a living in today's racing.
It's a sad fact, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's almost like you have to do that. And,
Well, it's like
know,
you get to make $80,000 a year, or you don't make anything, you get a free ride, and you get to go race cars.
right. Which one do you want?
Yeah.
You know,
At this point.
we all say we'd race for cheeseburgers, but at the end, eventually, you got to pay for a roof over your head.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, that's
that
where.
whole retirement for old people thing you got to do at some point in your life. You know.
Yeah, well, I mean that's why like we're still juniors in high school and we're not allowed to go super pro. Like we wanted to. Liam's doing MX5 Cup card next year, but I kind of stayed in karting just because like I have to get an engineering degree and I want to go build cars.
Yeah, well, you're not trying to be like you were saying earlier. Like
Yeah,
you can't
exactly.
say if you want to do it as a career, but
Yeah.
like, you know,
Plus,
you can still do
when
it and have
when
fun.
I'm 30, all the way to 50, all the way to 70, I can go race whatever I want if I'm a billionaire. You know what I mean? So it's like.
You'll be that gentleman driver
Yeah,
hiring
exactly.
some 20-year-old kid to run LMP.
I'll hire my brother. I'll be like, hey, you're a pro driver. You want to get paid?
That would be the craziest team up ever. Like brothers that one made money and one went driving. That'd be awesome.
I mean, it could happen. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So,
I mean that's and that's the thing. It's like I was thinking about the Wayne Taylor deal. I'm really happy for Ricky and Jordan that they got
Yeah.
the rides they got. But it is kind of sad to see them not like running for the family team anymore.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? That was
exactly.
always so cool to see that, just, especially with them and their dad all in Victory Lane and everything.
Yep.
But you can't say no to Roger and
well,
you know?
well, they have some insane teammates on that team. But the one problem I've seen is the brother rivalry is
Yeah.
nuts, especially in the same class. It's like you're on like I would. Like our first national championship, Liam T-boned me on the outlap.
Is that why you guys kind of always stayed in two separate
We
classes
always
as
separate
long as I've known you?
because it literally turns into we're staying in the same hotel room and we get heads thrown through walls. It's happened. So it's like, it's a super healthy if you just go like 40 horsepower. There you go. Don't compare your times. You know what I mean? So it's like, and then if I get anywhere close to his time, he's like, don't talk to me. I'm gonna go do data. You know what I mean? And with me, if he's like 5 seconds from, I'm like, There's a car, more torque. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I mean, out here on this track, we're running identical times more or less, so it's kind of nice and it feels good. And then like we know, like I know, in the morning sessions, like he's nuts and he'll just go send it. So if there's grip, we'll just throw him on track, give him an hour and a half. He'll be extremely fast and do some like crazy passes, but I'm like controlled, and I can go put down the same lap more or less over and over. So for the nighttime, I get to do in an hour I get to do the fun stuff and just go run cold laps. But and then we have, of course, we got Brendan Baker out there, just literally a unit. Like he can go to her a second faster than us every single lap. Because
Wow.
that's I mean he's been doing it for I don't know, probably 15 years. I mean I've never seen someone so good on the brakes. Like he will not miss an apex.
It's
So
crazy.
yeah, and it. See, I have my moment of glory this morning in the rain session.
Oh
When I
yeah.
passed every single person, including Ramirez, which was kind of fun.
There you go.
Pass him on the inside, give him a look. Hello.
Hello.
But it's like you just find your strengths, and at the end of the day, you just have to have fun. Like if you're not having fun, even if you're a professional driver, like why are you out there if you're not having
Yeah.
fun?
Oh yeah. If it's not fun, you gotta stop.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Like
it's-
we
yeah.
played soccer, baseball, football. We tried hockey, didn't work. And it was like we go out there in a cart, and it was probably one of the worst go-karts I've ever driven. Liam actually hit the tire wall on lap one and totaled the cart, and we had to rebend the chassis for my session. I was like, we're dropping everything. Like I went to the football coaches the next week and I was like, hey, sorry dude, I'm gonna go race go-karts. And for the next 3 years, when you get back on the field, son, the only time I go on the field is when I screw up in turn one. You know what I mean? So it was just like, it's an adrenaline rush that you can't get anywhere else, and it's definitely a hardcore drug if you want to put it that way.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, I had the same thing happen to me. Like when I was little, I played all sports year round,
Yep.
soccer year round, all this stuff, and like I think like 12 years old, my dad took me to an IndyCar race at Elkhart, and like 2 years later, he started driving,
Yeah.
and I don't think I ever went back to a practice.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
I mean, I could. It was hard enough to keep me focused on like the 7 hours I had to go to class,
Yeah,
let alone do anything
you're like,
else.
why am I throwing this ball at this dude over
Right.
here? I could be sitting when I could go at
drive this
100
car
miles an hour.
really fast. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. You know, it's well, and it's funny to me. Like you said, you started driving cars at like 9. You
Yeah,
know, and like
yeah.
the world that we live in and we come from in this racing world, it's really weird. Like when I went and got my license at 16, I've been driving for like 2.5 years.
Oh, yeah.
My grandpa would let me drive around. My dad would let me drive around. Like you know, it's an odd thing. And then, like I go with some. I remember some of my friends that were just like freaked out. Like I can't drive on the highway. You know? And I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm doing 140
Yeah,
last
so,
weekend.
yeah,
you
with,
know?
with,
Like,
me, with me, it was like, wait, you don't like driving on the highway? I don't like parking. I don't park my car. We lift it up and put it in a spot.
I just put it wherever I wanted. They put it somewhere.
Exactly.
I don't know.
And it was like my first like driving in a residential area. I think I like almost locked up the car like 5 times. And my shifting was all like brah, brah, just banging gears. My dad's like, dude, you gotta chill out. And I was like, what do you mean? Like this is normal. And then
This
you
is how
get
you
on
drive,
the you
right?
get on the highway and you're like, yeah, now I'm comfortable. You know, there's my depth perception, and it's just you get so used to it, and it's such a comfortable feeling. Like I guess, I mean, you have guys that are obviously way too into their cars, but like if you ever have a bad day, go find a parking lot in like 5 minutes, and you can.
All right, we'll be talking to a guy that's like that in a minute. You
Oh,
know,
cool.
you know, Alex has like a new Challenger, right?
Yeah.
Like stupid. Like his girlfriend's got one with launch control.
Oh
Like,
wow.
You realize that they make a street car with
Well,
launch
it
control?
has like 700, almost 800
Yeah,
horsepower.
it's just got nitrous too.
Oh well, that's
Like it's
fun.
just stupid. Like it's,
That's one of the cars that you can't even do a controlled donut. You just look like a 15-year-old that just got a Mustang in a parking lot.
at Cars and Coffee. Yeah.
Let's go right now. No, we're going left. Let's go left. No, we're right. Okay, we hit the pole. Yeah, that's one of my bad influences. Is I have a Miata, so I'm like DK of my hometown.
Oh yeah.
And then like I can drift a roundabout. I actually own the I don't know if we should say this, but I own the South Lake, Texas roundabout speed record at
Allegedly.
68 miles an hour on the ticket.
On the ticket?
On the ticket.
So that's official.
Yeah, it's official.
Like, you can put that in the book.
Yeah, so I thought it was a soccer mom tailgating me with their brights on, but it was a cop scanning my
You hate
license
those cars.
plate. Yeah. Well, come on, man. You can't just flash me at 9:30 on a Sunday.
I heard the greatest joke one day, and it was, can y'all please quit buying these Explorers? I'm really tired of putting my joint out for soccer
Oh, yeah.
moms. I was like, that's hilarious, man.
Well, with the cost of the ticket, I think I could have bought a radar. So now
68 a roundabout.
it was like a
like in a town
no,
square.
it wasn't a full roundabout. It was half of the roundabout. Like, cause
Is this
that's
like
my street.
in the city, like in the town square, or like just a normal roundabout? Where there's
Suburban. It wasn't busy.
Okay.
And you
alright.
can see coming up to it, so you
Okay.
can just like it. You see past the tree, and you're like, yeah.
Yeah.
And I have a straight pipe car, so the fact that it shot flames, he wasn't very happy about that one. Like when your
Cops
idol.
usually frown on that.
Yeah, well, my idol is louder than my horn, so it's like, and it's amazing because like Tahoes will never cut you off again, and then like we have a town square area, right, and the soccer moms don't. They're drinking their Diet Coke and they don't stop at the stop signs, right? So I stop at my stop sign. Some lady just comes up and I just look at her and just like eardrums, like I'm gonna break your windshield, and she got the message.
Oh my gosh.
It was amazing. And my neighbors know when I leave for school every day, right? So, and then when we go out of town, I think they all throw a block party.
I'm sure. You guys are like those people.
Well, in my driveway has 5-6 cars in it all the time because our house is like, we are like the YMCA of my hometown, and it's like the Fast and Furious driveway. It's Porsches.
Well, you guys have like all kinds
BMWs.
of random crazy crap at your house.
Oh,
don't
yeah.
you? Like you were telling, you put paintball guns on go-karts at one point or something.
The
Like
margarita 500. You get 5 margaritas, 500 rounds, and you don't want to be in first till the last lap.
only in Texas, man.
Yeah.
Only in Texas.
And the best part about it all is we do it on the 4th of July when it's 115 degrees, so you know 5 people will die that day. Full like jackets on, 8 margaritas down, and you know how Daddy Snyder's margaritas are.
Oh, yeah,
It's just a shot with some lime and sugar.
dude, your dad and the margaritas, man. Yeah, that's epic.
That's his pride and joy. If anything goes wrong, I think that's how we make so many business deals. Is that and his small
drunk
dick
on
jokes and
margaritas.
margaritas. He always said if he had $500,000 for every inch, he'd have $1 million.
That's great.
He could fund a year for Liam and F3 with that.
There you go. Oh my gosh.
He said at this point he might cut it off so he can make more money and actually sponsor first transgender bankruptcy consultant.
Hey man, Alex Mayer and I were talking about that. I've been trying to convince him that he needs to register for the W Series.
Oh yeah. Does
Like-
he have long hair?
No, but that's how dare you judge him?
Oh, that's
Like,
right. That's right.
It's not.
That's right.
You cannot
That's right.
determine
That's right.
by his hair or his
Exactly.
anything, man. Like
Oh,
if he identified, you just I identify. I want to run the W Series. Like it gives a whole new meaning to post-race tech inspection.
Then they're literally gonna they're gonna have an NB series, non-binary series. We're back to the start.
Back to the start. Everybody just race against each other.
Well, you know what that series is called? It's called the Jamie Chadwick series. At this point, I mean she's won every
Pretty much.
single,
Yeah.
It's okay.
Well, when you take, I don't know if you looked at like the list and some of the history. Like you have people who are literally like almost a DTM champion.
Yeah.
And then you take other people who are like coming out of karts.
Hi, I just drove a Spec Miata.
Like,
well, the thing is, you only get better by driving against people that are better than you,
Oh, without fail.
and by taking them away. I'm not trying to talk down the series because it's cool, but
No,
by
I'm really
taking
glad.
them-
Like, and yeah, just so before I get hate mail on this,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I am happy that someone's doing something to try and get more women in motorsports.
Yeah.
I just am never a fan of separating things into that and giving anyone special treatment.
Exactly.
Which
Well,
is how
like
I see it. So it's, you know.
by taking away competition from them at some point, even though they're getting more seat time, which is good, they almost are taking away opportunities for the women. But
Right, and that's what I'm worried about is that
Yeah.
it becomes its own category. We end up with an LPGA, a WNBA.
Yeah.
Like
Like
there becomes
why isn't there an M series? You know what I mean?
right. Well, and that's is the next step going to be to create a WF1? Is
Yeah.
that because they keep saying there's no women in F1. Why aren't there
Yeah.
women in F1?
Well, we already have
Well-
a WTF1. Take the T out.
Those guys are hilarious
Yeah,
too.
they are.
Like,
Yeah,
man, they do
but
fun
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, I just think like at some point in this sport, it is opposite sexism.
Yeah.
If you're a woman, listen, I don't know if I should say this. You can beat this out, but you can literally ride your way to the top of the motorsport.
You can take that multiple ways, I guess.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, Danica's a prime example of that. I mean, I'm not gonna. She was definitely a decent driver, and it's not like she didn't, work hard at her marketing side and her commercial side to get where she was.
Yeah.
But she won one race.
Yeah.
And top 5 guys ran out of fuel. Like she made $300 million and won one race. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Congratulations. I mean, for
Here's
real.
your
Like,
participation trophy.
I'll take $300 million for that. I
Yeah,
mean, like that's
yeah.
amazing, you
Yeah.
know. And but you're right. If there are guys obviously in NASCAR that have done that, running mid-pack and just their whole life that have
Yeah.
made a decent living, but I don't think they made $300 million. You know what I mean?
No.
There's a love, without your last name being Earnhardt or something. Like it's.
Well,
Yeah.
the other thing is like, this is such a high testosterone, high adrenaline sport. Like, and sometimes they're using women as like sex figures in the sport. Like, here, look, she's hot, she's pretty good.
Well, again,
Yeah.
Danica, they're like, oh, you're a race car driver, you're a female. Let's
Yeah.
put you on a swimsuit in the cover of Sports Illustrated.
Yeah.
Like, why?
Yeah.
Why
Let's
couldn't
put-
you
let's put-
just be a race car driver?
I know. Let's put who is it? Jeff Gordon in a swimsuit.
Yeah, nobody wants to see
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
I think Rodney Sandstorm gave us that at one point. Like,
Rodney Sandstorm with the Jort bikini.
yeah.
Rodney Sandstorm is here hiding somewhere.
I heard he was gonna do laps, man, and I'm waiting. Like,
In the morning, happy hour.
that'd be the way to do it, man.
And I want to see the cyber cart has to make an appearance.
Yes, I want the cyber cart to roll out. That
Better
was
era.
epic.
We have a little pace car lap with that thing.
I love how much fake smoke it was putting out too. That
Oh,
was
yeah.
that was pretty cool. Like that was a good feature they came up with.
You have a little Subaru owner with a vape mod on the back of
With a vape mod. Oh, that's awesome, dude.
Typical Subaru owner.
Oh man. Yeah, I saw a Subaru one day. I pulled at a stoplight, and it was like the hippie starter kit. It was like a Subaru that had bikes on it and a kayak as well.
Yeah, yeah.
And it had like a coexist sticker and a resist sticker and like a save the planet sticker and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And it was, I'm just like, and I think the plates were from like Connecticut, Vermont, or some shit like that.
Yep.
And I'm like, wow. Like, it was like,
are a Subaru
I couldn't
owner.
make this up if I tried, you know?
Boy, legend has it to be a WRX owner. They search your billing history, and if you haven't been to a vape shop within 5 times in the past month, you don't qualify to own the car. This is true, but
I believe that.
for Miata owners, if you didn't make at least 20 trips to O'Reilly and 5 hair salons, you don't qualify to buy the car either.
I was gonna say, I mean, you guys are kind of the wrong. We're getting back. I guess this is kind of sexist again in motorsports, but aren't you the wrong gender to be driving that car?
Well, yeah, exactly. But we're also gonna have 450 horsepower in it next year.
That's
So,
a good point.
Yeah.
I mean,
Some Hiroshima hair dryers. Let it rip.
Hiroshima hair dryer.
Oh, I have a list. We have a list.
You have a list?
Of names for the car.
Oh, but this is gonna be
It
good.
is amazing. We have come up with this over the past couple months. So we have Suzuka Speedy Boy, Hiroshima Hairdryer, Bonsai Boosie Boy, Nagasaki Noisy Boy, Tokyo Two-Step, Katori Kickback, Tokayama Torky Boy, Sendai Senden, Matsusama Manual Boy, Kamikaze Cracker, Yin Yang Spinny Thangs, and Taiwanese Titty Twisters.
What?
It just has to be Asian of some sort and then some car term.
I love it.
And so now I've started a straight pipe movement in the DFW area.
A straight pipe movement.
Yeah, so when people realize that a V4 4,000 or inline 4 $4,000 car can sound like a Ferrari, They all went straight pipe. So we've straight piped the Ford Fusion, couple trucks obviously. We're straight piping a couple Challengers when I get back, and a lot of V6s are getting straight piped, which I don't know if that's a good thing, but
And how does your like local
police officer.
no, I was thinking like the license bureau. You know, like you get inspections and stuff, you know.
All you gotta do.
You guys don't live in one
All
of
you
those
have to do. You're only straight pipe for 364 days of the year. We have O2 sensors and cats for all of our cars. We just throw them on one day, and it's like the worst day with your car. You're like, why am I driving this thing?
Oh my gosh.
And like the really the best part about it all is every cop knows where every single one of us is at every point, and they know if we. And the best part too is we get HOA calls every day now. About
Well, you're running like 15 straight pipe cars in front of your house.
Yeah, no,
of course you are.
they're racing in the neighborhood. I'm actually backing my car up out of the driveway, and this one guy, this one lady pulls in front of me, cuts me off the other day, gets out of the car. Why are you speeding? I'm going 15 miles an hour in a 30, man. You're speeding! I was like, actually, I'm pretty sure you went 55 to catch me because you were way back there. And she's like, I take a picture of your license plate. I was like, I will take a picture of your license plate and make a restraining order. And she's like, you're gonna run over my kid. I was like, ma'am, pretty sure it's 11:30 at night. If your kid's outside, he probably deserves to be run over.
That's parenting advice from the Snyders.
Yeah. Hey, this is natural selection over here. If you can't fend for yourself, you don't survive.
I am all for removing all the warning labels off things on our earth.
Yeah.
Like people say everybody should get the right to vote, like at 16 or whatever. I'm fine as long as we take that warning off hair dryers not to use in the bathtub.
Yeah. Let me think. Do I want to wet my hair or dry it? Let's make it quicker. Let's do both at the same time.
Right? Like I'm just gonna jump in the tub and turn this thing on. Like
let's have some fun, children.
Brilliant.
Well, there's a new. You know what TikTok is? There's a new trend. The penny in the outlet, and you're having. Kids,
you're kidding me, right?
No, it's a thing, and you're having kids getting sent to the ER, just and like full on 110 straight to the face, like blowing up like circuits on holes in their walls.
This makes Tide Pods seem smart.
No, Tide Pods at least have nutritional value.
Oh, shut up! They do not.
Hey, man, they taste really good, I'll tell you that.
Oh my God,
you're talking
idiot.
to a dude that drank antifreeze thinking it was Gatorade.
Well, yeah, but that was an accident. The first time, at least. The second swig, I don't know.
The second time it was
What?
just for the high.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, but like you have like, man, there's some stupid people. Like there's this girl. Well, there's a lot of girls back at our hometown, and I go to fill up my gas one day, and she didn't realize that the bag on the gas pump meant that the thing was broken. It doesn't stop. So I'm pulling up, and I'm like, something here doesn't seem right. I'm like, at the gas station. I'm like, well, there's a squirrel climbing up a tree. There's a dude walking. Oh no, there's gas pouring out of that car everywhere. I go into emergency stop, and even the gas pump guy was pulling up. He's like, you see that yellow bag there? It says out of order. Out of order means you don't use it. And I think she fed the plants about $30 of 93 octane.
Oh, dude, that's hilarious.
It was funny to watch.
Yeah.
The problem is, I didn't want to start my car next to the gas station because I thought I would kamikaze us with my 2-foot flame shooting out of
That's a bad combination.
Because we don't even well, I say straight pipe. We don't even do straight pipes. We just take the exhaust off right after the headers. We have down pipes. So I burn my driveway. So think of what
you burn your driveway.
Yeah, I have a hole in like a little black spot on my driveway. So imagine what that would do to 10 gallons of fuel sitting right underneath me.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, but you're like, really, you're just gonna be on your phone in there while you're feeding the plants. And then there's like another situation. I always try to help out car guys, really anybody, because when your car breaks, it sucks, right?
Oh yeah.
5:30, I'm in a tank top. It's 30 degrees outside. I pull up and there's a.
Hold up, time out. Why are you in a tank top when it's 30 degrees outside?
It was arm day. Arm Day requires tank tops. It was a Marilyn Monroe tank top. It was really.
Arm Day.
I have it. You can put it on if you want.
I'm good on
It's
Arm
a little
Day.
tight, but we're going down this like 4-lane road at 5:30. It's super busy, and I see a red Corvette parked in the middle of the road, like half a mile from anything. So I'm like, okay. So I pull up, park the Miata, go up to this dude, super cool dude, James. I have his last name. I gotta remember. But I'm like, well, first of all, let's just push you to that left turn lane, and we're pushing. We're getting honked at. I'm like, yeah, that use those sound waves to push our car. Like,
help
really
us push the
dumbass.
car. Yeah.
And this huge dude, and all my friends are snapping me like, hi. And I'm like, thanks for the help, right? And this big guy in a truck. I'm like, hey, you want to push us? No. When you don't, when your tires are 1 psi tomorrow, let me know, right?
Right.
Because I'm just gonna. I mean, but I don't understand. It's just me and this dude, and we're sitting there in the left turn lane trying to figure this out, and I get my brother there. The electrical fried. It's a Corvette, so it's like no surprise. But it was like I was there for like 40 minutes, and we finally got him towed and everything. And he's like, reaches out for his wallet. He's like, here's all I got. And I was like, well, I don't want money. I was like, but you have to follow our YouTube channel.
There you
Give me
go.
your phone number. I want to know how the car goes. You know what I mean? It's like kids are so like they're so like material. Here's my Maserati. You know what I mean?
I mean, there's a lot to be said for that.
Yeah,
Nowadays.
and there's like no respect for their cars. Like when you see a $85,000 Maserati pull up to school covered in mud, you're like, dude, like my car is worth less than your paint job, and it looks like it's $80,000, like my car, and I don't like I treat it right, and I know that righty tighty lefty loosey, which 95% of the kids at our school, like their moms still like tie their shoes. You know?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I can't say much. I'm putting slip on.
Well, yeah, you got slip on, but it doesn't count.
Yeah,
they're the track.
But it's like, and even, I mean, the amount of times I've done like stupid, simple, like on a bike, I adjusted my neighbor's brakes, and they're like, man, you must be a mechanic. I was like, or I go from point A to point B and
Like,
figure out a problem. Yeah.
Well, that's like when I hear people say that they can't change a tire,
Yeah.
and I'm like, it's 4 bolts.
Yeah.
But sometimes 4.
Yeah.
You know, like like say you've never done it, say no one's ever shown you, say whatever, but like don't tell me you don't know how. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like that just doesn't make any sense.
Well, I bet you that most people don't know how to lower their spare tire to
Very
start.
true. Or get it out of the trunk or
Yeah,
wherever
exactly.
it is.
Well,
Yeah.
I
No,
mean,
you're right.
We actually are allowed to talk bad about Liam on this. So
Yeah, he'll
Liam-
be on here later to talk shit back to you, so it's fine.
Well, so he brings this girl who completely thought he was trying to be a friend to a parking lot and tries to go drifting in the truck. What he didn't know is he did a burnout on a rock or something and popped the tire, right? So she's like, oh, this sucks. So I bring my car, and and she was so like, first of all she was like kind of sketched out about like the whole like the car broke down, like sometimes girls freak out about that. Second of all, she was really freaked out that Liam liked her and she didn't see him that way. She rode in the back of the, like we have a SUV. She rode in the back and Liam drove on the way home. Like
What?
full on like toddler, like riding the back style, and I'm out here.
Full on toddler.
And I'm out here with like a 120-pound towing tire, just like do-do, do-do. And because Liam didn't know how to change a tire, I was like,
What?
Yeah, but it's okay.
All right, we'll quiz him when he gets in here. I'll have to see if he can change a tire.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. That's crazy.
Well, I'll tell you this. He's not a wrencher. Like that's just not his deal. Like one of our mechanics needed a tuner for this upcoming NOLA race, and I was like, dude, I will opt out of the race to tune for you to replace Liam, and Liam can race. Like, but he can drive a car. I just feel like I'm like, put it this way, my dad after he saw Rush, he's like, well, Mark's like Nicky Lauda and Liam's like James Hunt. Liam goes and drives, and Mark figures it out, works his way to the limit, understands it. So it's like at some point in the weekend, around Sunday morning, we cross our little fast speed grabs cross, and I top him. But the whole rest of the week, usually he's quicker. but he also hits walls, which is good practice for the rest of us for rebuilding the car.
Now wait a minute. I remember.
Well, runoffs, I can't say anything.
Well, no, I wasn't even gonna bring that up.
Oh, okay,
I mean
okay.
that's those are pretty cool pictures though.
Screw you. Okay.
I was gonna talk about when I met you guys in Vegas a couple of years ago,
Oh yeah.
and you literally launched into the crowd.
Oh yeah. So I did a feat that no man has ever done.
And
on
like
that
literally, you
racetrack.
came walking up to me like it was like, yeah,
Yeah.
whatever, like no big deal. I'm fine.
Yeah,
I
well-
only flew through the air.
Yeah, but that was amazing actually. Like the foot stop came off on the straightaway. We're going 80 miles an hour, and it's like a stick in a bike tire, and I hit the water barrier, and it was a telephone pole behind the water barrier. So the water barrier did not move. The water barrier won, and I kind of like I was at the perfect angle to where I stood right up over the steering wheel, and just flew into the fence. And then I like grabbed the fence. I stood back up. I looked at my teammate's father and I said, "Hello." And
Hello.
And then turned around and there's like brake disc everywhere, chassis everywhere, Taco Tuesday on the chassis, and you get the ride of shame back on the cart.
Yeah.
And I couldn't even sit in the seat. I was all like, the front was all messed up, but you gotta thank Rib Vest for that one. That saved me. And then every time I go through that corner, it was like school zone.
Yeah, dude, can you believe Alex Mayer never runs a rib protector?
Yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah.
I broke 5 ribs one summer, and they resetted weird. And I will never not wear a rib protector ever again. I wear it for rental carts. I'm the fag that shows up with like the carbon fiber.
I don't blame you, dude.
No,
it's
not worth it.
The way the rental cars are getting nowadays, I mean, I go jump in with some of these guys when we're on race weekends and shit to go play, and
Yeah.
it's like, dude, in 5 laps, my ribs hurt.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I'm just, because if you're not conditioned for it, you know.
Yeah. No, I have to. I'm just like, there's nothing there to guide your ribs, so you can't not wear one. No, neck braces is a different story.
Oh, yeah.
I don't wear a neck brace. What we found is it really doesn't do anything.
The neck brace?
No, like I've been in a crash with one, without one, and it hasn't changed.
Are you talking about like the new, like the heavy fancy ones? Or are you talking just like the padded cup?
We've ran all of them. The Armadillo, the 360 device, the thing that swings around.
Yeah.
That works, but that's also like it's like 5 pounds, and it's like you're like the back marker at the club race when you do. I mean, it's like a social status thing in karting for neck braces. Like it honestly is.
Really?
Like if you see a guy on a racetrack with a neck brace, you're like Cobb. Like automatically, that's the first thing you think. It's like cue ball, right?
Okay.
Like there's a guy, Jordan Musser. Do you know who he is?
Mm-mm.
So he races a Porsche. Like he's a really good karter, but he also races a bunch of cars. And he has this like he's never gonna paint his helmet. Like he is a cue ball, and he runs in the front. And he like that's his like deal. It's like I have a cue ball and I'm kicking your ass.
Well, you know, it's funny. Like that's what I actually like. Okay, well, your brother is trying to video chat me while we're here doing this. So I love it. He has my phone number, but he video chats me through
Yeah.
Instagram. Like,
well, he didn't say that he had your phone number, so I told him I was like, just go on DM. He didn't even follow you.
I know. That's
know.
what I'm like, dude. I thought he followed me a long time. Now I'm trying to call him back and he won't. It's just going right away.
I'll call him.
Tell him to get his butt
I
in
have to do
here.
a switcheroo here.
Yeah, we got to trade out the Snyders.
Hey, come to the cafe and turn right to the casting couch.
Come visit the casting couch.
All right. But yeah, so it's like, but if you go to a race and like you're, say it's like just like a national race or a state level, and you go out there in a practice session and you see a neck brace or a black or white helmet, you're like, back marker, back marker, back marker. It's just like a
Yeah, no, I got you.
And so
That's funny. Like I think about that now. Alex and I were just talking about that. Like, if it seems like now the painted helmet has become such a major trend. Like everybody has it. If you wanted, like everybody used to have their helmets like painted so you'd stand out, right?
Yeah. What? In the cafe.
All the way in the back corner where it's dark.
The cafe in the building.
The only cafe on site.
Hung up on me. Well, yeah, it's like
Like the white. Now you stand out if you're in a white helmet.
yeah, exactly. Well, yeah.
The casting couch, bro.
The big
Well, it's like because my helmet.
Bang buzz.
Liam has a $3,000 helmet with a $3,000 paint job, more or less.
Woo!
My-
Fancy, bro.
I could go race any car if I wanted,
And
right?
my helmet.
Oh, you got that carbon one?
Yeah.
And like my helmet is $500 with a $200 paint job, and it's red, and it's multiple shades of red, and everyone likes it. So
Yeah, but I'm like an
so-
artist. I wanted something that defines me, you know, because everyone's like, "Why'd you get a car like
Well,
a
your
helmet that
helmet-
literally doesn't match your car in any sort of way?" I'm like, dude, okay, my helmet is Liam Snyder, right? My
Well, yeah,
car is
you're.
Snyder Brothers Racing.
That's
yeah.
right. That's right. Your car is not. Your helmet's supposed to be you.
Well,
you know?
and my multiple things define me. First of all, my hairdo, and my golden shoes, and my golden car. Well, my
You
old
do.
golden
The
car.
golden shoes are definitely something that cracks me
Well,
up, dude. Like,
I had a golden car at VIR, and I walk into the
yeah, you
store.
did have gold shit. I forgot
Yeah,
about that.
I had it in a Velocita. It's actually one of the best racing shoes I've ever worn. Like, shout out to them. They're like, I always was supposed to shout them out on Instagram. I forgot to, so I'll just do it now. Right? But like, I walk in, and there's a golden shoe, and I was like, that's sick. He's like, I have a size 12, and I was like, bring them out, put them on. I raced
Like,
to
hey.
the next session.
Like,
And
hey,
I was
you
like,
can have for free videos shout it. Doesn't
Yeah.
shout them out.
Way to go there, getting
Well-
that free stuff.
it was. I mean, I still wear them. They're suede on the inside. It's like wearing like a silk.
Suede.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
So he was telling me that you blew a tire in a parking lot somewhere, and like some girl had to ride home in the back seat.
I thought you were talking about. You say blew a tire. I'm like, oh, we're talking about on track.
No,
but my
we're
tire.
No,
you
we're not
tore
talking
it
about
up.
racing stuff. We're talking about like
Should I
life
name drop?
stuff, man.
Should I name drop Nora? Okay, no.
He was
no,
name
no.
dropping.
Dude, I tried to.
Best
Okay.
friend Nora.
Okay, I got friends that's so hard. Okay, so I literally took her home.
You got
I'm
friend
like,
zone, huh?
I'm like, hey, I'll take you home. They're gonna work on this tire. They're gonna get back. We're gonna probably work on it tomorrow morning. And I'm like, okay. And I go to the car to get in. This is a different car because Mark brought me.
Yeah.
One. Yeah. And she gets in the back seat.
That's
We're the
so
only-
weird.
We're the only two people in the car.
Like I
So
don't
you
care
can-
like what just happened. That's
I don't
weird.
care how friends you are.
No, that's
you don't
weird.
need to sit in the back seat. Yeah, exactly.
It's like, am I your Uber driver? Like, what is going on
Yeah,
here?
dude, she's a whack nut. Yeah, it's interesting.
You never know who's gonna listen.
All right, so what is this pride stuff
No,
you guys
I'm
are all
not blaming that she's
wearing?
a whack- I'm
Alright,
not saying.
so pride.
What are you proud of?
Well, we're a lot of things.
Just come
We're proud of the fact that at the airport, someone thought we were a group of male porn stars. But
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I told him before. Gay twin porn is probably very niche,
oh,
but I think it might work if you really wanted to go that route.
Hey, we
Maybe
can
we
fund
stop.
our racing career
Okay,
on
hey,
this couch.
Hey, no. We make
Right
okay.
now.
We race Margays, right?
I'll roll out the camera.
Okay, so
We're dividing them.
we're racing Margays, right? And it's pride. If you combine the two, it's just gay pride.
Well, and the best part about this jacket is the best part about the whole jacket is it don't look like a Y.
Yeah.
Yeah.
no.
The
Say-
hoodie strings cover up the Y.
The hoodie strings cover up the Y. It makes it look like an eye.
But
Yeah.
honestly, this is the best like apparel I've ever worn. Like I don't own pants, by the way. So this is like my favorite pair of pants now. I own a pair of skinny jeans.
You don't own
right?
pants?
No, I
You don't own pants.
No, I own
Full underwear.
shorts.
You say that like you live in San Diego or something. Like you
Yeah.
live where it gets cold. You just told me it was 30 degrees. You were wearing.
I just
A muscle
don't-
shirt.
I don't like
Like-
pants. Yeah, no.
I had to ask why on that one, but you know.
But
Yeah.
if I go on the scale and I'm wearing pants, I'm 2 pounds heavier, and that hurts me.
That's the dumbest thing out there.
That hurts you.
Yeah, mentally.
Oh, okay.
It's like a stab. It's like
Maybe
a
you
stab.
should apply for the W Series.
I used to be fat. I used to be a thick boy. I was a thick boy. So,
Were you?
Yeah.
He literally weighed
boy.
as much as the
So,
other. Like he played football, and he literally weighed as much as the other team.
I mean, I had the biggest tits in 4th grade. out of the whole school.
Oh, in 4th grade. I was gonna say, like, I met you guys like 3 years ago, and
You
you've
really want to see?
been the
photo?
same
You wanna
like skinny Mark I've ever
Should we
seen.
show him the?
I mean, dude, I feel with you. I weighed 220 pounds when I graduated high school.
See? Wow. Jesus.
I weigh 175
No,
now.
there's
Yeah.
yeah. Mark. So
I'm not fat.
Wait,
You're
you
just
have
a
a whole-
chubby
No,
kid,
no,
dude.
no.
What is this?
Mark,
You have
legend
a-
has it I ate half of Liam in the womb.
I could see that one.
Mark, you have a whole.
Like, I keep
album.
forgetting you guys are actually twins. Like,
Mark-
I look at that, I'm like, wait a minute, yeah,
Mark
that's weird.
literally has a whole album
Of stupid
called
Mark.
Fat Mark, bro.
Called Fat Mark.
That's how you speak, Mark.
Thick Mark. I like
Thick
Thick
Mark.
Mark. I want Thick Mark back. Can you bring him
I
back?
also have this photo.
Don't worry, when he starts working and earning money, it'll get Thick Mark again.
Oh, you have the photo
I
of.
was a national champion of 2019 for 3 hours.
For 3 hours?
And CBS News still thinks I'm a national champion.
Isn't that great?
I don't think we got aired, did we? Because there was so much of a shit show afterwards.
No, we didn't get aired.
So much.
Did you guys see the airing of the 1600 race?
No, I missed all of
Like
it.
you remember what happened? Like there was like an hour-long hold for
Yeah.
rain, and
Yeah,
there was
yeah.
all this argument about things being fixed and all this worked
Yep.
on. That's all on air.
The whole time.
The whole like 45 minutes in
Like
pit
stuck
lane where
in
we're
pit.
doing nothing.
So how did we not get aired then?
Like I don't
It's
understand.
because the
I'm
interview
watching
they
and
didn't
I'm like,
interview Brett. Or
okay,
Brett.
probably. They didn't have the winners interview. Yeah,
Yeah, they
that's
didn't
probably
expect him to
why.
be first. I didn't expect him to be first. I'm like,
I
holy
really
shit.
hope Lebeco doesn't listen to this, but like when they took, like, he's a cool dude, like he's a good rival, like he was fun, but when
Because he had to throw the like,
Whoa.
like wait, I gotta throw this in
No,
first
you-
before I throw
I
it.
really
Before I
love
talk
that.
shit, I
Hey,
gotta
you got
say.
$100
but-
coming your way. Hold up, but you're a
I'm
dick.
allowed to talk shit because we're rivals, but like he raced good all year, and in my opinion, like we always had him outdone a little bit, right? Like we won more in general, but at runoffs, like I fucking won, but he won, so I take the medal off.
No, you won on the track, but
No.
he's
Yeah,
the
if
national
you can
champion.
clarify for
No,
the
no, no,
people
no,
that
no.
are very
Well,
confused.
Like people that don't know what happened, do you want to kind of elaborate a little bit?
Yeah, on the last lap, a FE2 brake checked the guy in first. His car was black.
You're FE2.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, his car was black. I was going through a sun transition, and then all of a sudden, I became
Mark
a pilot.
hit the guy in first
I
place.
became a pilot.
He took him out.
Yeah.
Mark
I was the
deserved
no,
it.
No, I became the
He
only.
went the
no,
entire
no, no.
last lap without
I
his
became-
nose.
I became the
You
only,
launched over first place.
and I became the only wingless pilot of 2019.
I will have to do some research on that because I'm pretty sure in our crazy form of racing I can find somebody else that went airborne without their wings.
And I won by .0001 of a second, which wasn't enough to win without a nose.
Now let me ask you this: did they do a photo finish, or did they go off the timing
With a
beacon?
Nintendo DS. I
Dude,
swear
it-
to God,
it had,
there's
like,
4 pixels.
4 pixels
So
and
there's
there's
2
two
yellow
green.
pixels.
Yeah, they do
and
the
2
same
black
thing
pixels.
in FRP. They use a cell phone and they do
No.
video.
This is like
So then they pull the screenshots out of it, and it's like every 30 feet.
the reason it took,
Yeah,
the reason
dude, the
they,
frame
the
per
reason-
second on the phone,
The reason
yeah.
they took so long is because they were developing the film.
You're kidding me.
There
I was gonna say, but I wouldn't doubt it. I
Hold
mean,
on,
Hold on, let me
I
adjust
assure
myself after
you-
my broken rib after
I
this
think
2
there
hours.
was-
yeah, you feeling all right?
Dude, that was horrible.
2
man.
hours in a cart. You're
Dude,
all right?
that was horrible. Dude, like just keep going out. I had my spindle bolt was loose, so my car was
That's what it was?
vibrating
That's what it
violently.
was?
Yeah,
So it wasn't.
and my
It
front
wasn't
right
that little
tire-
light strip dragging the ground.
No.
Hey, I
you
blamed
guys
it-
are
I
the
blamed it
dumbest
on the-
mother.
Dude,
and my front right tire was flat for the last 10 laps.
Spin-
Why
And
would
my
you come
spindle
in?
was. Because they told me to stay out. They're like, it's your light strip. You dip. You
It
dip.
really
We
was.
saw it dragging. It looked like F1, dude. It was like sparking, going on the straightaway.
Yeah,
It looked really cool. Yeah.
I'm gonna throw some tungsten on there, dude. Alright,
Well, oh yeah. So we haven't even told the story yet. So we're sitting in the tent, and the guy comes up to me and says, "I need to talk to you." I was like,
Like, I know what this is about.
I was like,
Give me
"I'm
my
the winner,
plate."
huh?"
So wait a
Just give
minute.
me my
Did you
place
win
now,
by
man.
that much without the nose?
He won by
No,
transponder,
no, I
not by
won-
photo
no,
finish.
No.
Okay,
no,
that's
no,
what I thought.
I won by about a
One
foot.
10,000.
No, 2 feet if I had the nose. I
If
did-
you had the nose on,
the-
you would be national champion.
Now,
Yeah.
however, on the photo, I actually was ahead, but the reason they gave him the win is because they had to penalize me for the wreck anyways. So they just gave him the win, so they didn't complicate anything, and I got third.
Okay.
Because I'll take third.
Do you know what? Here's a quick question for you. What is the best place to finish at the runoffs if you're not going to win?
Third, because second that
No.
means last.
Seventh.
7th.
Why?
It's the first person that doesn't have to go to impound.
Oh. That's
Like, if you don't win, you get to go home.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
I mean, really, if you're like third, fourth, or fifth, you really want to sit in that tent for
Yeah,
2 hours while they
exactly.
take apart somebody else's
Honestly,
car.
Mark-
Like,
Mark
I learned that
literally,
one
yeah.
year. I finished 7th, and I was like, wait, I get to go home, and you got to stay. All right, later, guys.
So Mark literally went up to impound. Oh, I'm Liam Snyder, by the way. I joined in, kind of just jumped in here. Mark literally went up, and the guy's like, "Well, we're gonna have to do a bunch of work, and we're working out the penalty." And Mark's like, "Literally, if it's second or third, I don't care. If it's third or last, I don't care. It's not first."
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
I don't care what you're doing. They don't have that
It's a
mentality there.
runoff.
They
It's
really
not like
don't.
the Indy 500, right? Where there's second place matter.
printed out.
Yeah, where you actually get a couple hundred grand or something
But
for doing
still,
the
who
most. Like,
remembers the Indy 500 second place finisher from like 5 years ago?
the only one that anybody would remember, I think, would be like the year that Goodyear announcer went side. Like, it was like the
Yeah.
closest in
Oh, yeah.
history when they were across the line. That's
Yeah.
probably
Or the
the
Indy Lights race like 6 years ago.
Yeah.
It sucks
yeah.
because there's some
But
really.
But that, I
really
think
good
you got to be
guys.
like a fan because
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
who watches Indy
But
Lights?
4 red cars. Yeah.
I mean, like,
God,
seriously,
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I watch it, you watch it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but other than like the 5 people in racing, who watches
Well,
that? You know,
W
it's-
Series,
They
guys,
actually, so
yeah.
going on to that point, well, we'll tell my story in a second. But
yeah, we keep getting sidetracked. See, this is why I love this stuff.
Yeah.
At Indy runoffs, there was 1,100 drivers or something like that.
Yeah.
And it was a chaos because the crew like straight up told my dad, like my dad like talked to him about like organizing the tents, and he's like, listen, we usually have 20 drivers and 30,000 spectators, not 1,000 drivers, and the 1,000 drivers are like 1,000 spectators. So it was like, I thought that was like, I was like, wow, there's probably like 6 people watching the Facebook live stream right now.
Yeah.
And they're all my family.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's okay.
Well, it's
But-
funny, like, and I have people ask me that all the time when they're like, "Why do you do live?" There's like 3 people watching this. I mean, go back a month later.
Yeah, exactly.
There's 3,000 or so, you know,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like, yeah, they might not watch the live part, but that's whole, the
Yeah.
people that are watching it.
Well-
if I don't do it, they're gonna text me and yell at me.
Yeah.
Like-
well, my favorite thing is when people in school ask, like, we do make some money, but you're not gonna make it back off of what you spent.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
when
Unless
I
you,
tell
like,
when I tell them,
ranch
I'll
and
like just
shit
straight up be
pro.
like, one of the monster shootouts, we make $200,000 every time we win, and everyone's like.
Dude, we make us okay,
so I don't know.
so-
That's like one of my favorite parts. Literally,
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, about $200,000. Are you doing 24-hour races? Like, what's a 24-hour race? Well, I drive for 24 hours. You can do.
You can drive for 20.
How do you use the
Well,
restroom?
I don't even like to do a
Take
4-hour
it.
road trip. Yeah.
You drill a hole in the seat.
Yeah.
But
You have a button. It's like a latch. It's like,
yeah.
Well, there are people here doing solo 24-hour runs.
yeah.
Dude, I just did. I don't know. I
There's
don't
one
know.
guy out that's doing a solo 24-hour run.
Yeah,
Like, I don't even know how you survive.
He's a little
I'll
nimble.
tell you
He's
this.
a little nimble one.
I bet his girlfriend or wife loves him.
Why?
You feel your hands after 2 hours on track. Or I mean,
God.
you can't judge though.
I mean, you get the stamina to go 24 hours on track. I'm sure you can do other things for an extended period of time. So
I really don't know how. But okay, let's tell my story real quick.
your story, all right, bro.
So,
Just tell your
This
story.
whole thing is gonna be called Mark's story,
It
and
was a bright-
And it's never gonna get told.
It was a bright sunny.
it was not a bright sunny. It was kind of cloudy. But so.
How do you remember the weather of the day? Okay,
I
tell your
remember
story.
I have photographic memory more or less. But okay, so I take off my medal. James takes off his medal, looks at me, and I was like nod like a sign of respect, and he nods, and then he puts it on, and he jumps up and down like a retarded 5th grader during the announcement.
Yay, the medal!
And I seriously look, and the guy who told us looks at me and just shakes his head and walks off, and just, yeah, we. And I was like,
So he
really?
literally. So
Really?
the guy
Really?
who like unofficially like or officially won but unofficially he just took your medal off you.
No. I gave it to him. No. But
They were like he put it on and
Well,
jumped
no,
up and down and
like,
cheered like it was like an
no,
accomplishment.
Yeah, like he like won by a
but
mile.
Like he was
Yeah.
so respectful the whole time, and then I was like, I gave it to him, and that genuinely pissed me off. And then so like I don't get pissed. Well, I get pissed.
Mark,
on
you
the
get
racetrack.
pissed every
No, on the
day. It's
racetrack. I
I
don't
say
get
like
pissed
before
off.
like one of the first things you told me is like you guys can't run the same class because you put each other's heads through
No.
walls.
When you
Like-
put a helmet on. Okay. Now this is different.
I literally put your head through the wall.
You're like I know what
I
I don't
put
get
his head
mad.
through the wall.
I just put
I
my
put
brother's
his
head
head
through a
through the
wall.
wall.
Well, no. Okay, so
I'll put your head through the wall right now.
So we go up to the podium, and everyone thinks I'm in first. I'm behind the tent, so no one knows I'm in second.
Oh.
And third place goes up. It's like Ray Mason. No, who was it? Yeah.
Yeah,
something.
Ray Mason.
And I'm like, good job, Ray. Second place, Mark Snyder. Everyone, what the hell? And I walk up there, and basically everyone like figures out in my speech. I'm like, I was like, great race, fortunate turn of events happened. Plus, what's up, bud? You want to join our podcast? He's one of our hometown guys. But so
Anybody more than welcome to come a word,
well, I would just mimic him the whole time. I literally just walk up behind him and start saying what he says in his deep voice.
That might be good. I don't know.
But so we I don't remember the speech too well. It's online, but it was like it was something about like a great year. We worked really hard for this. Car was best it's ever been. Couldn't be more proud. Just sometimes you don't get lucky. And James walks up there. Man, we raced so well. Like we won that. Like all year we had to win that. And I was just like,
We deserve that.
and everyone's like everyone like kind of clapped into my speech and like the only reason I'm saying this is because I took severe offense to this.
No,
The
it
amount of,
sounds
like-
weird.
No, it sounds like that kid with the 4-inch dick saying he's 10 inches.
Like when you have two people who come
Yeah.
together on a racetrack and crash like that
Yeah.
on the last lap, fighting for a national championship,
Yeah.
and then it's determined by the stewards who gets the win.
Yeah.
Think about how awkward.
Well,
It's
at
weird
some
to get
point-
up there
at
and go
some
like,
point-
Yeah.
I earned this
Yeah.
100%.
Well, at some point you just have to say like team's great race, like good
Yeah.
season.
Great competition,
That's it.
hats off to the other
And then
guys.
you're like,
Like,
Thing is,
yeah.
if racing's supposed to prove the better driver, like Mark was the better driver
Well,
on that track.
Well,
but not a better
Well,
race.
by
Didn't have a better
statistics, though,
race.
it was not.
Yeah.
I mean, did you make weight without the nose?
Oh,
61.
it was so
61.
close. Like we were trying to throw parts, like this part like might fit back on the car or something like that. It was,
Well, like,
'cause it was a
nothing
whole
beats-
ordeal. It was like
nothing-
3 hours of trying to figure out like how the car should be weighed. And
Right.
Well,
finally, like
nothing
screw it.
beats Road America though. I don't know why, but for some reason we miscalculated the weight, and so somewhere between coming off the track and going to the scale line, my car turned into a Costco store of 45 water bottles.
Oh,
And-
we just kept
and we
sliding him in.
and
We're
we
like,
made
"Hey, Mark,
weight-
you want water?"
No, and we
Mark,
thank
you want
God,
water?
thank God we put someone to the seat because the guy goes in there and he's like, what's that noise? And he fucking pulls them out one by one, sets them on. And I'm like, he's like, must be really thirsty on track. I'm like, hey man, you never know.
Gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Dude, literally, we
You never
just
know,
kept
there's
on.
a red flag,
We
you
kept
gotta stay hydrated.
literally every 10 seconds, we'd ask Mark if he's thirsty. He's like, yeah, I'm thirsty. And we hand him another water bottle. He's just putting him under his seat. Because he's still in full gear.
Yeah, well, you dump the water in your suit
Yeah.
and it soaks your suit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they see that, kind
No,
of.
no.
Kind of.
It's not illegal. Like I'm hot. I need to cool off. You know. Real, dude. I'm not. Well, I'm not gonna say who this was, but a couple years ago I was in track, and I'm literally at a pro race, at an FRP Pro weekend, F1600 Atlantic, all this stuff, and I'm watching impound. This was before I worked for anybody, wasn't affiliated with anybody, was just there filming on my own. So like I didn't even bother to say anything because it wasn't my place. But I saw a team drop a bottle of champagne and a set of radios in the seat before it rolled across the scales.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's a lot of weight.
Yeah.
A bottle of champagne?
Yeah.
Like, are you kidding me right now? Because they don't open it in there. They
Yeah.
don't spray it. Like,
Exactly.
it's like, here, go take this back and drink it. So,
Yeah,
yeah, dude,
yeah.
it was like a full bottle of champagne and like a headset and radios, like, dropped in the
Yeah.
seat. And like, yeah, he's 2 pounds over. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Good job, team. You know, like,
You earned it.
yeah, I mean, you got away with it. And that's what a lot of people view racing as. Is that it's my job to get around the rules, to find a loophole,
Well,
to
but
you
at some point-
that's like flat
That's
out
what
cheating.
it was for the
but
whole like 20 years
Well,
from
no.
1990, 2010.
Let me
It's
check.
just, how can we cheat in any
There you go.
possible way? But it's like I don't know. I don't know what the craziest
Hey,
thing.
Mark, see if Alex is sitting out there somewhere. He was supposed to come in when he was done, but maybe not. Maybe he forgot about me.
I don't know. I haven't really done anything crazy to make weight. I've been like we've like not made weight a lot of times, and we're like, ah, shoot, like
Yeah.
it just sucks because you miscalculate or you think you.
Oh,
have
I've done it. I got thrown out of a race because we were light one weekend.
Oh, yeah.
It happens. You just misjudge.
Yeah, I remember just I knew I wasn't gonna make weight like before going out in one of these races, so I chugged like 6 bottles of water.
Yep.
Imagine like 6.
All right, Mark. Good luck, man.
See you, Mark. Imagine just 6 bottles of water just sloshing around in there. It makes you just want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I.
Dude, we did that one day, and then like we didn't go out. Like we were sitting on pit lane. There was like a hole, but it was like 100-degree day. So like I chugged a bunch of water, and then there was like a 10-minute hole, and I'm like sitting there going, I gotta pee. Like, what am I? I gotta pee. What am I gonna do here? Like,
Yeah, because when you get on track,
it all goes away.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
It's like amount of adrenaline. It's like how all your bodily functions kind of just stop. Like you don't really notice how tired you are.
Oh yeah, you can stop sneezing. Like you get the flu, like your nose will quit running. Like everything goes away when you're racing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's like the greatest medicine ever.
I didn't realize like what time is it like right now? Like it feels like it's midday.
It's 2:00 in the morning.
Wow.
It
It's
is
crazy.
2 a.m. Yeah, what? That means there's what 10 hours left on the track.
Hey, not bad. We got 10. We made it this far.
We're
We're
over
top
halfway,
5.
man.
I think both of us were top 5 last time I checked.
Yeah, you guys were running. You guys were like third at one point or second for
Yeah,
a
now
minute.
they're finally giving us
Right?
attention, bro.
Yeah.
They're
And
like, "Oh."
the lead car he hadn't made any pit stops yet, so they still got to do 2 10-minutes.
Yeah.
So.
And I think that's Danny's team.
Yeah,
and they're
Zanella.
so fast.
Flying.
I think they've done one 10-minute though.
Well, the guys down in our pit were telling me that they're like the local hot shoes here. Like
Yeah, well,
they're-
Danny lives around here. He's
Yeah.
really good. I mean, he and Mark ran together.
Okay.
So, I mean, he's a S1 and he's really good. He won Supernats
Wow.
in KZ. So, yeah.
Tells you something.
Yeah, I know. I tell you, like, there's some, you can have a bunch of car racers and stuff, but like, there's kind of a big difference between like karters and cars.
Oh yeah, your brother. I was talking about that for a while
Yeah.
about like you have people like here this weekend. You have people like the Taylors and Anderson
Yeah.
and those guys that obviously they've made it and they're there.
Yeah.
But they're not. It's not like they come here and run away from everybody. There's actually
Yeah,
people
yeah.
here that are actually laying up faster laps and can
Yeah.
do better. They're 2 different skill sets. I see that a lot. Guys that really are champions at the karting level. Seems like they almost struggle when they transition.
Well, there's a couple of people.
Obviously, like Leclerc and Verstappen, just go. But
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you don't. Very rare.
Yeah.
But they left at like 12.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and I think about your brother mentioned that. What's your thoughts on staying in karting, like beyond 13, 14, 15?
So if you stay in karting, well, look at like Jake French, right? He stayed in karting, right? And then he tried to go to F4, and it just turned out to be, it's just, if you're mid-pack or whatever, which you are going to be probably like your first race. Like honestly, you can't just get in the race like F4 or just first car and just win, first race.
You gotta go testing.
Yeah, you got to go do something, and I mean he's done kart. He's really good at karting, and it's just the thing is you develop a sense for karting, like that you can move around in the kart and kind of bend it to your way. You will never get that in a car.
You can't throw
Try
a 1,000
to
pound
throw
car
yourself
around.
out of a car.
Yeah.
And to get it to like you have suspension, you have everything. It's
Yep.
just so weird. I think because I literally started racing karts and cars the same year. Like literally like a weekend apart.
Wow.
And it helped me so much. Like it's what I learned in karting I applied to every way into my cars. But then I learned how to be smooth and all that stuff with because you can't throw it in the car. You will lose tremendous amounts of speed if you just throwing it. If you slide and you do all that stuff, you're gonna use tires. There's a lot of things you have to just take in your hand. And just like, okay, I have this many more variables I have to think of in a car that you just don't get in the kart. It's just the small driving styles, but the thing that you do learn is racecraft.
Brendan's fastest on track right now, so turns
Yeah.
out that kingpin bolt was literally one of the biggest issues. So like all,
What?
No, for like the whole night, like that's why we've been oversteering.
So how many? Hold on. How many? All right, Liam. How many laps were you calling in that something was wrong?
Dude, First lap.
Like I'm
First
over
lap.
there and like
No,
I
no.
see him trying to call
It
ET
started
with
with
the
me,
thing
like-
radio like way up in the air. And he's like, I don't know, Liam's saying something the car didn't feel good. Tell him to ignore it, just drive. I'm like, you guys
know
are
how-
on it over here.
You know
Well,
how
I'm
my
mad that
insides are
someone robbed
stirred
my
up.
snack
You know
stash.
my small intestine's probably below my large intestine right now. It's just like I'm probably very dislodged up in here.
Dislodged.
Dislodged. I don't
Did you
know
that
what's going on
his
inside.
rib pops because he's so skinny.
Oh, do you want to
his
feel?
abs really
Do you want to feel my
I don't
rib?
no, I don't want to
Yeah,
feel
yeah,
your
yeah,
rib.
yeah. Wait.
To be.
This is
yeah.
becoming way
Hey.
different.
Do you feel it just
What
pop?
the fuck is wrong with you?
Do you feel it just pop? I broke it sometime. I don't even know when I broke my rib, and it just didn't.
Kid, you might want to have that looked at.
Yeah, a chiropractor looked at it and says you're fucked.
Okay, I went to a chiropractor. He said, yeah, you can't do anything. You're just kind of a messed up human.
Dude,
I'm like,
literally,
"Oh,
like,
man."
he just put my hand on a piece of his rib on his stomach and just, like,
I moved my rib.
popped
in
it in and out of, like,
I don't know what it's popping in and out.
I feel like something's trying to come out, like an alien is coming out of your belly.
Well, the thing is, like, it pops in and out. I think it's popping between
Do
my.
you know
my-
which direction is in and which is out?
No clue. I don't know how my body's supposed to work. Literally,
Is
okay.
the rib
is
in, or
popping
is it
between.
being pushed in or
No, the
pushed
rib
in?
is popping between the rib on top of it, but I don't know why. But the thing is, if I okay,
I know
so
why.
if I do a bunch,
I know why. You're fucking skinny.
well, if I do a bunch of cardio, like literally if I try to take a run,
You
literally
should not
it'll
do
pop
cardio.
in and out, in and out, in and out, and it'll actually like hurt my lung. It'll start puncturing my lung because it'll be pressing up against it. I mean, it's your ribs. It's supposed to be protecting it, right? But it's just like hurting it.
So I have a mind-boggling question.
Uh-oh.
How have I not died?
What guy took 2 cheeses and just kind of put peanut butter on it?
Okay, I don't trust these cheesy peanut butter things as crackers because crackers aren't supposed to be orange like this. I don't understand.
They got a nice coronavirus wiped on top.
Yeah,
They're using a nice orange
you're
sheen.
gonna have it, you're gonna have your coronavirus
Man,
peanut butter.
Have you
I'm
guys,
eating Modelo.
have you guys
Modelo
seen
time.
the face masks you can buy on Amazon that are made
yeah.
in China? somebody took a picture of like a screenshot. Like you can buy like a stack of like 100 for like $5 or something, but the label that says "Made in China" is like that big on them. And it's like,
Okay, wait,
oh.
wholesome moment. I saw a video of a guy in China, and he literally dropped off like over 1,000 face masks to like the police station, and he just left, and he was like had a mask on, and like no one could find him, so he was just trying to be nice because the police officers didn't have face masks.
Wasn't there a movie like that, and it was based in Tulsa? Some kind of DC Comics movie where like
Oh, yeah.
all the policemen wear masks. Like,
Wait, what
Oh, speaking
movie
of
is that?
movies, though, there was a movie
I have no
based at
idea.
our kart track. What was it called?
Oh, it was a Disney movie.
It was like a Disney movie
What?
on karting or something
a
like that.
Disney movie about karting?
Oh,
Yeah,
No,
dude.
they paid like each of the club racers like $3,000.
Well, I remember the show Kart Life.
No. This was like a
JP
movie.
Southern.
This was a movie, right? And sometimes movies like get drafted, right? They don't get shown. Like I don't know how this
This
ever got
movie should
past.
not have gotten drafted.
I don't know how this got past the first stage, man.
I have no idea. How have I not heard? Is this on
These carts
Disney
going like
Plus?
2 miles an hour, and
Oh,
they're
it-
speeding up the footage to make it look like it's super.
Wait,
fast.
it's like real footage? It's like real karts?
Yeah, they took another.
But somehow on track there are go-karts, and when you go into pit, they're sprint cars. They change.
It's something weird like that.
So maybe that's how they.
And it's
work
at
on the
our
cars
home
they put
track.
in.
It's at our home track in Texas. It's called NTK, North Texas Carters, and I
Is-
don't know what the.
And this is a Disney movie.
It's some. Okay, Mark, I don't think it's Disney, but it's
No,
something like
it's
that.
Disney.
It's literally Disney
It's a
actors.
movie.
It's Disney actors.
Let
Yeah.
me look it up.
I don't know if we can find it. It's
No,
funny
yeah.
though.
You just look up
and
Disney
it's live
car-
action, not
Dude,
animated.
I think I could. Yeah.
I'm gonna laugh when this isn't Disney and it's not a movie and it's like a
It's a real
30-second
movie.
TikTok that you
I
guys
was. We were literally on, just scrolling through our cable television or something like that. I don't know when we had cable. Everything's going to Hulu now, but and then we just
Is that
found
your
this-
go-to?
Hulu and Netflix.
Yeah.
And then I also, I don't know. I just have some like random ones.
Oh
that you
my
can-
God!
Did you find
Right
it?
on track. Yeah.
Right on track.
What?
What is the cast of Right on Track?
Right on track?
Right.
What channel is this on?
Right turn racing, man.
No way. Oh my God, that is a Disney show.
It is a Disney
No,
show.
no,
Dude, it's like they took one of the little Disney shows and just put them in karting
Here you go,
outfits.
Is it made by Hot Wheels?
All right, you guys, you've got to go look this up on YouTube.
Right on track.
It's called Right on Track, and it literally looks like a.
No, but they race like everything. Like I think it's like drag cars, sprint car. Like they did like, and it's like these two chicks. Once
So
again.
is it just two girls that they're showing can do anything?
They can do
Oh,
anything.
yeah.
Women can. That is
Wait,
old.
this is
It is.
That's a
That
drag
is
strip.
old.
They did. Wait, hold on. I gotta find the car.
Guys, this is old, like pre-HD footage.
gotta
This
find the
looks like
karting version.
this looks like Speed Vision from 1995. Like it is.
Wait, I don't
Great.
know. I don't know if this is the right
Disney.
one.
I don't think that's the right show.
But I can't remember what it's called. Kart.
No, you had it. The right track. That's it.
No,
Yeah, that
I
was
don't
one.
know.
That was one. Kart racer. Is that it? No.
See, I knew these guys. I told you it was a TikTok you guys found.
We
You
have
guys
no
don't even
idea.
know what you're talking about now.
We have more movies on our kart track than you know, man.
Why?
Uh,
They're both over here scouring their phones trying to
Trying
find
to
this
find
one
trailers.
movie now.
Well, let your viewers figure that out.
yeah, all
Yeah.
Man, it's 2
Hey.
in the morning. I don't have to do that.
This is episode 1, man. We don't
This is
know.
episode 1?
This is episode
Oh,
1,
what is-
dude.
People are gonna never come back.
This is no, I think this is epic. This is great. Like, I got stories from him. Like, oh, dude, you missed like an hour
we'll
of
call it Mark's
An hour.
Midnight Stories and a lot of pride.
and a lot of pride.
Aren't you going after Brendan?
No, Brendan's doing a double stint. He's like, screw you guys, I'm
God.
gonna catch up a little bit.
Yeah, it's anyway. So episode 1, it's allowed to be all fucked up.
What is this called? Like
I don't know yet.
Dustin's dildos.
That's a great one. I like that. I like that.
With pride.
And you two can be my first 2 dildos on the air.
You know, we actually used to be. We had a rap band. Me and Liam called Tidy White.
All right, hold on, time out. First of all, the fact that you used the word rap band shows how white you really are. Okay?
My name.
Like, that was great.
Well, we were both in bands, so it made sense.
Dude, this guy's over there making food.
Wait, are they just like grabbing food?
Yeah, they just took food from the back.
No, is there coffee over there? Yeah. Oh.
I ain't trying to shit myself.
All right,
Guy's my
podcast
hero.
will be back next week. We're about to go.
Is there anything else? You guys got any more cool stories, man? Like, we don't have to be racing related.
Yeah, we do.
Like, I want some cool stuff, man.
Should I just pull up one of my vlogs and just like
Do you think he
name-
wants to hear about?
No, I don't want to pull up your vlog and listen to one of your friends talk about how you made a bunch of money making Bitcoin
You
and
want
shit.
to hear
brothers.
about?
I don't care about that.
You want to hear about how I almost got permanently banned from Road America?
That I would love to
Yes!
hear.
All right.
Wait, tell them how we built it.
The president of Road America knows me and very dislikes me. The president.
He has like wanted posters.
Even the guy who owns
Yeah,
Road
the-
America doesn't like me. So when I'm there, I wear a jacket. so
What a great intro, by the way.
This starts in
7th
seventh grade, right? So we
Way better.
we get a MIG welder. You can do a lot with a MIG welder and an angle grinder, right? So we make a tank in 7th grade, which is a whole other deal. We'll talk about that another day. We made it fits 5 people. It fit in the racing trailer in 2 pieces, and it goes back together. And it was a tank, right? And we had a
That
big
was our
steel-
peak.
we
That
had a
was my
steel-
peak of
We had a
life.
rocket launcher.
Your peak of life
That
is
was-
when you're.
that
Yeah,
was
I had
my
a
peak.
98 above
How
in
old
every
were you?
class. We were 7th
We were
grade, so
13.
12.
Peak of life.
No. So
That's
no,
I peaked right there.
No.
I've been
we
downhill
had,
ever
we had
since.
98 or above in every class.
built a tank.
We actually cared about school.
We cared
had
about our
friends.
future.
We
That's
didn't-
the
we
big
didn't
part.
care about girls. That's what it was.
We didn't care about
So, all right, let me ask you this: what is the bigger killer of grades for a 14-year-old kid? Girls or race cars?
Pornhub.com at 12 in the morning.
Is that what you were doing 2 hours ago?
I save up my.
That's
balls
why.
and
That's why the
for it,
bandwidth
guys.
goes out at like 2 a.m. or something like that.
4K takes a lot of bandwidth, dude.
God damn.
You ever like forget to turn the
4K?
My dad-
Really?
No.
I do not want to see anything in that in
Dude,
4K. I'm
It's
sorry.
kind of disgusting.
No.
Yeah,
Do you ever just like
too
forget-
much.
You forget to turn the Wi-Fi on the next morning. AT&T texts you, your data is expired. You're like, oh shit.
Now I go through about 350 gigs a month.
Holy. My dad gets
My
pissed
dad
off.
can never touch shit again.
My dad gets pissed off for 100.
For 20.
For 20.
Well, I mean, I have unlimited, so.
Yeah, we do too. But he still gets pissed
Well,
off.
how does he get mad at you if it's unlimited?
Because it
That's why I
slows
tell
it
him,
down.
No, he just gets mad. He's like,
Oh, because it
no,
throttles
you
it
know
after
what
a
he
certain
says?
point?
He grabs his phone. This phone, like every time, this phone makes $3 million a year on 8 gigabytes. Figure your shit out. 'Cause your phone makes $0 a year and spends a lot of money for 20 gigabytes.
That is the best answer ever, I think. Like, $3 million off 8 gigs.
See, we started out good. I think he's like score, and then we broke that age, and now he's like, can I get rid?
Yeah,
of
like
it
you guys
now?
built a tank at
Oh,
12.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
thought you were going to be like
rocket
Elon
engineers.
Musk.
No, we're gonna
And
go work
instead
at, like, a
you're
space
just-
We're
job.
getting back on track. Okay.
You're the cyber cart of Elon Musk.
Oh,
Okay,
Jordan Taylor has nothing on.
Hey, no,
on
no.
that. So
We have to get back on track though.
Yeah.
Okay, we learned how to weld at 12.
It is a nice story.
Let's
I think
skip
it's-
forward 2 years
He's a
when we
moron.
build this thing.
So, bro,
You guys
Change.
we're having a podcast. Would you like to bite him now?
Oh,
He,
the whole
What's up,
team.
guys?
He's one of the
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 whole
whole
team is-
Pride team showed up.
co-owner of Pride, right?
Hey,
Yes,
guys,
sir.
this is not where you find the room to make out. It's
He-
over there.
We're on the cast.
Mark says that is the comfiest hoodie he's ever. No, I'm sorry, the comfiest pants he's ever owned.
And hoodie though.
He said it's the
you know
only
my
pair of
girlfriend's
pants he's
gonna
ever
take
owned,
this
though,
from
so
me.
it's not
I have to buy
surprising.
it. She's gonna take this. She's like,
Hey, we're happy for you guys to buy as many pairs as you want.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So we're telling him as of now. Well, Brendan was doing a double stack. He was doing 8 flats.
Right.
Because it turns out the cart works with.
What is your max
It's
length on this podcast?
That's amazing.
That's amazing.
Like 8
It's
hours.
not like it's been at some point.
It's not live.
It kind of felt weird.
Oh.
Actually, was amazing.
Do you get to cut it and stuff like that?
No, probably not.
Like
Like I just did this just in case something like went bad that I could. We haven't really done it. We haven't said anything crazy.
All right. So, are you ready?
Well, man, I don't know. Maybe we will have to cut it. All right,
Wait,
hold
he's
on.
getting back into it.
Yes, Mark.
So,
Do one of you need to go
Snyder-
drive at some point?
No.
Okay, cool.
Mark's supposed to go out next,
No.
but we're doing a
I'm
2-hour
going out
stint.
2 hours. Which is gnarly. Like, I should be sleeping right now.
It can't be
but-
2 hours if you're doing a 2 hour. If you guys are doing 2 hour stints, we've been on the air for an hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah. Brendan,
screw it.
Brendan
He got in.
Brendan is going for like 90 minutes.
Okay.
Refueling and going for another
Hey man,
60.
I'm not. I don't care if you miss your
Not-
stint. I'm just like not my team, bro.
Alright, so the tricycle. So 2 years later. So the tank was like 6 months of like hard sweat, like labor. I spent 220 hours on CAD designing the thing. Move your head. I was on Cayman Island on the beach.
Hold on a minute. You designed the tank on a CAD
I
system?
have the file.
We did, yeah.
Yeah.
We spent so much
Every
time.
part that we ordered was pre-designed into the tank to make sure it fit on CAD. I wouldn't try hard, dude. Like,
Do you mean like an actual tank?
yeah.
I thought you meant like two 12-year-olds welded a square box of steel together and put it
was
on
the
like
size
a
of
rolling cart.
truck, dude. And
Are you
we,
kidding
my
me right
dad-
now?
Do you want to
you
see
know
the
what my dad
photos
did?
of it?
The only thing my dad did is he obviously bought his parts. He didn't work. He hates like working on them, like welding, grinding, because all the. But oh no, we gave him the hard.
What the hell?
Tank, dude. It had a turret that worked. I built the entire turret myself. It had cannons. It had twin.
Are you
pan-
guys related to James May or something? Like, what
okay,
the hell?
okay, think about
Well,
it.
the
So
one-
we had 2 pan and tilt units connected to an Xbox joystick, and we had 2 paintball guns that shot how many rounds a second? Like
10 rounds a second.
10 rounds a second
20,000 round pipe. 2 BB
with an
strike.
Xbox joystick, and we just shot people with. It was badass.
Yeah.
We
So
didn't even have to get out.
so the tank was fun.
Once
right?
again,
So the
Texas.
next year.
We drove it. Wait. Can we talk about how we drove it to school? We drove the tank to school, and we just showed up. We pointed the turret. Okay, the school let us like drive there, but we didn't tell the students or anything. So there was like, oh, what the fuck?
When you told the school you were
Yeah,
coming?
Yeah, but we
Okay.
didn't tell the
The
students.
best
I was gonna say that's good because otherwise you'd have a real tank
That-
shooting
that
back
says-
at you probably.
The best part though, is I thought we were gonna build like a RC tank. I'm
Right?
like,
Yeah, the school
And
did
the
not
kids
think
are
it was a real
what
tank.
What the hell is that thing? But yeah, so actually my favorite part about this, which we resurrected last week, was the 3,000 psi potato cannon made out of steel that shoots potatoes 400 yards. Like easy.
Is that the?
400.
Oh, these are the paintball.
Oh, that's the go. Yeah, the karting
go-karts, yeah.
paintballs. Yeah.
Like imagine a potato hitting
Those
you
were how fast the
from
paintball
400
were.
You
yards
guys are
away.
fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
like
Yeah.
I don't even want to know what's gonna happen to you two when you're like 25. Like you're
Well,
gonna.
I don't think we're gonna be on this earth. At
Are
Like,
you gonna make it then?
Colin Furs. That's all it is. The YouTube channel. That's what we're gonna be.
Oh, yeah?
You know who that is?
No.
The guy that puts
Colin Furs.
pulls rockets on bicycles.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I can see that.
We're actually building a rocket.
No,
right
but
now.
yeah, so that was fun. The next year, I made a wooden car. I don't know why I just
A
did.
wooden car.
I'm
No,
gonna
no, no,
ha-
I made a
I'm
wooden car 4 ways. So the project was how technology changed over time. So the first one, I carved with a rock out of a piece of wood. I'm dead ass. I took a piece of wood from the woods and carved it with a rock for 30 hours. The second one, I did with a bandsaw. Third one, I did with an electric saw and sander. The fourth one, I 3D printed. Evolution, right? So the next year, I decide for 9th grade, I am not going to make another wooden car because that was so boring. So
I made a 1/6
and you
scale model
get
of a
no
house. That was
recognition.
cool.
By the way, this is an English project. You do whatever you want and you research it, right? That's what it is.
That makes
so,
sense.
So freshman year, like I've always loved tricycles. Like our first time ever breaking like a bone or like doing something stupid was on a tricycle because we would ride the same tricycle together and like haul down the hill, and no brakes, right? Hit the bush. So like tricycles are my thing, and we had a big go-kart. What do you do with a big go-kart? You go buy $80 Walmart bicycle,
BMX
cut it in
bike.
half and weld it together. So I did that in 9 hours. So I started at 7 in the
This is
morning
the
and I
fastest
finished
build.
at
It was a
5
quick
or
build.
like 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. It even has the kickstand. I cut it off the bicycle and put it on. And I've never done something so easy in my life. Bolted the motor on. Thing goes 65 miles an hour. And get this, I don't like hydraulic brakes. They're like weird to set up. So I took a rod and bolted it to a presser
Big
bar that
old
presses on
rod.
a disc on the axle. It's really just like a manual brake rotor. And the harder you hit the rod, so the car goes. And it locks it up. Like the brakes work.
What?
But a rod, like a metal rod from the rear to the front, and you just press
Okay.
and like it worked. And so we go to Mid Ohio, and Phil's our mechanic for people who don't know,
Head
and
engineer.
very controversial mechanic. But can you move your head, man? I'm trying to look at him, and you're looking at your phone. Okay?
I'm trying to figure out when you're gonna go on next.
So we're
Did
going.
you just call Phil the head engineer?
Kinda. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Hey, if I don't say that, he beats me up. All right. Very
So-
love-hate relationship.
so
We love Phil. Phil, we love you.
we go on. What's that?
Are you guys on his Facebook Messenger
Yeah, his name's Caillou.
group thing?
We call him
His
Caillou.
name's Caillou on. Oh yeah. Oh, the weird one.
Yeah, no, the
Two
weird
girls,
one.
1 cup type.
His
yeah.
his just constant inundation
Yeah.
of the
We
most
also call-
random weird crap on earth.
We have the best names for Phil. We call him.
Phil,
Well, first of all, he's
Phil
bald.
is
so
literally
we,
on like the deep web. I swear to God. Like
well, first of all, we call him Philatio. We also call him Phildo, as he hates that one too.
But yeah, all right. So Phil, we go on this trip every year. Used to Mid Ohio, Road America, High Plains.
We go to a race at Road America, not a trip, a vacation.
No, but
Mark's
it's
like,
a
yeah, we
trip.
go to vacation, man.
It's a racing road trip, right? And we don't go back to Texas. So everything that goes.
Right.
So I'm like, I just made this fucking tricycle with a. Hold up. Go back to June of 2018 and show him the tricycle. Scroll.
No, I'm just gonna fall
Scroll.
asleep.
No, scroll. Because you have to show him, and we'll
You're gonna fall
airdrop you.
asleep.
Go, scroll.
This guy's
So,
just
so there's like I have like 20,000 photos. So it's good. No, you
What the
motherfucker. Stop,
fuck?
stop. It's
Who's
hot.
nudes are there? Oh, okay.
But anyway. All right.
You got a bunch of naked women on your phone too?
No, I just save hot TikTok girls.
Only
It's fun to
sex.
look at.
Hot
So,
TikTok girls.
Yeah.
I thought that's
No,
why you
yeah,
had,
fun to
I thought
look
that's
at.
why you have 4K.
Fun to look at. Yeah.
hey, TikTok's sometimes 4K. So yeah. So
Oh man, I
Oh,
don't even
get-
want to know.
so-
Stop, dude. Stop.
don't look. Just
I'm
scroll.
trying to find
Jesus.
it.
God damn.
Why
so
do you have so many
so
pictures?
in Mid Ohio, or no, we're loading up. I like roll my tricycle. And Phil has his like little Grom he wanted to put on. I think it was no, he didn't have the Grom yet. He wanted to put his smart car in there. So it was either my tricycle or his smart car. And I was like, you know what? I was like, fuck you. my tricycle. So I put my tricycle in there, and he's furious. Like, he took it out, and I put it back in. Took it out, put it back in. I was like, dude, I'm not.
He's got this on his phone. What the
Hey,
fuck?
pride, dude, pride. You know what? Look, pride in this. So I'll tell my
Why
story.
do you have
as I find
shirtless
it.
men on
So,
your phone, Mark?
That's a very good question.
dude, you haven't even gone past September, you gimp. All right.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So
I do appreciate Phil's new upgrade for the V-Dub though.
I agree.
Yeah,
So
What year is that anyway?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Is it what, the Mercedes?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like his smart ass car though. It's fun.
Yeah, the smart ass car is kind of nice.
Yeah.
All right, but
You guys
so,
should cut the top off that one day.
Oh yeah. Oh, just straight up plasma cutter. Bro,
he just
you
uses
just-
his own plasma cutter.
After he loads it in the trailer, like just cut it off, and then like when
Yeah.
he unloads it, the whole top's missing.
Dude, we all hate that smart. Dude, we took that smart car and we parked it in the middle of the racetrack.
Oh, I found it.
Like in the like during lunch, like just, and they
Awesome.
got so pissed off. They're like, "We're gonna just tow this thing off when you're never gonna get it again." Phil's like, "What the fuck?"
You ready? You ready to see this
Yeah.
piece of shit?
All right, let's see your
All right,
tricycle.
wait, hold up. Let me show you the whole rig, the whole setup. It's not just a tricycle. We made a damn trailer for it. Cause why would you have a tricycle if you didn't have a trailer for it?
I think
There
we're
you go.
talking. I think I'm envisioning a different.
Hold that. Just zoom in and
Oh,
explore.
you mean you built a trailer to go behind the tricycle?
Yeah.
Not to carry it.
I think you meant like
the
a trailer.
tricycle literally carries is pulling a
Now,
trailer.
did you put this wing through any kind of wind tunnel testing
Yeah,
or
fucking works,
any
dude,
kind of,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah, it works.
Badass, dude.
So I actually Mercedes gave me an internship after that wing and the sharp edges that it provided
Yeah.
and the amount
Do you
of
need
time
these photos so you
that-
can?
Look it.
Turns out when you weld
Yeah, I do
galvanize-
actually.
So I learned on this tricycle
Here,
that
I will
when you,
send you the photos of this in the tank.
you know,
I appreciate that.
I learned that when you weld galvanized sheet steel, don't breathe the white shit that comes up because it burns. I'll tell you that. That's all you need to know.
Yes, that's very true.
All right, here I'll airdrop you these. in a
Who,
second.
me?
Later. Yeah. I'll drop them.
He doesn't have Apple.
Oh, yeah.
What
I got rid of my iPhone.
would it?
Never mind.
I absolutely hate Apple products.
Well,
Yeah,
I
it's
can't
a
say anything
marketing
about
tool.
Apple because they'll shut my phone down.
Yeah, they will.
All right, so the tricycle. So we get
That's
it on.
awesome.
We get it on there. It's on. So it's going to Mid Ohio. So we get it off in Mid Ohio, and the first thing we do is we hook up a wagon and we zip tie 2 lawn chairs to it. We just made a freaking like courier. Like we have like a limo, right?
You put a could put a cooler on the
And the
trailer.
best part about Mid Ohio, they
Tow
gave
it.
us the freaking pit pass to put on the tricycle. Like they didn't give a shit.
Oh yeah, Mid Ohio didn't care.
We just told them it was a tricycle.
Mid Ohio.
So we only got in trouble
Try and do
once.
that at BIR.
We
Oh,
got,
keep in mind, this is the most
No.
jank thing you've
You
ever
guys
seen.
probably can't do anything at BIR anymore.
Okay,
a lot
it
of times
take
you've
us-
been
we
taken
can-
out in the
think about-
hospital.
okay.
We can jump
No,
our
but-
pit cart 3
No,
feet
no,
in
but
the air.
but this thing is
You saw that
this
video,
thing is the
right?
most insane thing, right? This tricycle, because if you take a right turn too fast, it dies.
Because there's
Because
no
the fuel.
there's no fuel pump.
There's no fuel pump, so it's just gravity.
So
if
you
take
can't
a
run from people.
but you
So-
can take left turns for days.
Yeah.
So we just go in oval.
So okay, so Mid Ohio, only one exciting thing happened. Well, 2 exciting things happened. So the first thing was we go up to the main gate and there's a dude with 1 tooth. That I don't like that guy at all. So the year before he got mad at us for dirt bikes. This time I can just go down there and start doing donuts in the sand. Like what's the problem, right?
what is the
And the dude
problem?
want to
doing
go-
What's the problem?
Maybe you got kicked out for just riding dirt bikes. Maybe doing donuts with it.
No. 1 tooth boy is like, get out of here, scram, don't come back up here. And I was like, alright. So, Mid Ohio success. The only thing that wasn't successful is there was a Formula V driver with a motorized couch.
Yes.
Yes. So
Yes.
we're doing that sometime next year.
Okay.
That's
We're building
happening.
a motorized
with the,
couch
with the
next year.
shifter car motor.
That's.
Like this thing, going like 80.
I'm currently
Imagine-
in the process of building a pit cart with a 600cc motorcycle engine.
That's amazing.
Because we run the 1000cc motors.
Yeah.
So I think our pit cart needs to have a motorcycle
Well, I
motor
mean, we have
too.
a Harley Davidson
Yeah.
motor in our car.
Yeah.
Cause wheelies, dude.
There you go.
So,
Yeah, enough to almost kill your father.
oh, dude, there's so much stupid shit that.
Dude, that
Did
dent
you-
in
did you
the
ever see
railing
video
at
of me-
VIR.
Have you seen me fly off of that thing?
What, that cart?
Yeah.
That dude, I will not get on that cart.
We were doing donuts.
That's also on Snyder Brothers
no.
vlog.
So we were on the skid pad and there was a Mercedes on
What,
the skid
him
pad.
hitting that or you guys launching?
Him falling off
Yeah,
this
that's
thing
in our
after doing
vlog.
donuts.
No, so one of our guys has a Mercedes.
Yeah, if you guys want to see some of the stupidest shit ever, check out this guy's
Snyder
vlog, the
Brothers
Snyder
vlogs.
Brothers
A
vlogs.
lot
Like,
of underage things.
I mean, you'll have a lot of, you'll have to sit through some really weird shit.
but
But
yeah, but like
you'll find some
one
funny
of,
stuff.
One of the stuff was like
Real
the
fun.
Mercedes. That some guy parked a Mercedes on the skid pad, and we were doing donuts and this pit cart, and all of a sudden the front was pushing because it got wet, and all of a sudden it hit a rubber patch, and I went, whoop, flew off, like flew completely off, like rolled, like the pit cart hit me in the shoulder, and then it's coming straight for the Mercedes, and Liam just goes, stabs the wheel, locks it up right before a pole. And I'm just, we're all just like,
here.
like the Mercedes was right there, and he's vlogging as he's doing it. Yeah, so I do a J turn, the tires are wet.
Mark, yeah, you do.
No, it just grips up. Oh, shut up. So ready? It's not turning, turning. Oh, shit. And the Mercedes is right there, and Liam's like,
It almost hit that hole right there.
look at the
Oh my god.
And I was like dying.
Dude, he's
But-
got
and-
sins off of
But yeah,
These are
so,
ridiculous,
so,
man.
But so this thing is like extremely unstable.
Look, just like, boom.
Dude, your head hit the concrete first.
No, my shoulder. I didn't hit my head. It was perfect.
You want to
It
bet?
was like an inch. Yeah.
Yeah, he
Check
had
my
like
head.
half an inch.
My shoulder was screwed though, like popped out, like all.
Yeah, I bet.
I had to go to
There's the-
chiropractor. But yes, so Road America.
It's not. It's just a
Man.
But
I don't know.
the story begins Road America, right? So we unload this thing automatically. It's amazing. They gave us a pit pass for it. It is approved. It is a registered Road America vehicle. So I'm just sending it. Like, you know the pass on the back in Canada?
Yeah.
Just, like, off the
Mark,
regular-
I'm gonna stop you there actually for a registered vehicle because they
It
said
was-
you could have tricycles. They did not say you could throw an engine on it. They meant the bicycle type things that you lay down
No.
to the little tricycle.
No,
because
it
you
is a
told
tricycle.
them you told them it was a tricycle at registration.
It is a tricycle.
It's a motorized tricycle that can do.
No. I
donuts.
told them it's a motorized tricycle and they registered.
I don't
I've
think
seen
they were
the
listening.
Photos of it.
They
like,
weren't
no.
listening.
So the reason is actually because of his fault. So we're chilling, and all of a sudden on Friday, we go down to the kart track at Road America and there's gravel. So we get like, and Liam starts doing donuts, and all of a sudden, moped pedo guy with the mustache comes over. Comes up to Liam and we're like at the car track still, and I walk over and this guy's talking to me. I don't even
Okay,
ask.
I was
to
in the
talk.
middle of
And I-
apologizing,
no, yeah.
and you came
Yeah,
up and said,
Liam's like,
"What are you doing?
apologizing.
What are you doing,
Yeah, I
Mark?
come up
You
and I
were
look at
being
the guy. What are you doing? This is my baby, right? My tricycle, it's my shirt. And this guy's like, I'm gonna take that from you. And I said, come and take it, right? And I said, where in your rules does it say we can't have a tricycle? Looks it up, nothing. And he was so pissed eventually, like he just like, right? And my parents are like driving past him as they do it. And I'm just like, fuck you. And my mom like saw it later, like yeah, I was like jumping up and down, just like everything, right? The whole shebang. So then I'm driving from the kart track through the little windy trail up back to the paddock, and there's a stop sign near the bridge, right? And I stop at the stop sign. Law-abiding citizen. I had brake lights on the thing, dude. I put brake lights on when I hit the brake, like, and it had headlights, everything safe. It just didn't have blinkers. That's it. Like it's safer than like 95% of the pit vehicles there, right? And I'm coming up the hill, and all of a sudden a Suburban goes and hits me, and like so I'm all like, what the fuck? And it's just like a gray Suburban, and he walks out. He's like, police, and I'm like, you're not a cop. It's like a plastic badge. He's like Paul Blart, straight up, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, who are you? Like, get out of here. Like, I'm like trying to drive, right? And he stops. Like he's like, you can't go anywhere. I need to make a phone call. And then all of a sudden here, wee, and freaking Caterpillar Stash is back. And I'm like, dude. So I'm like surrounded, and this is like Friday afternoon, Road America. There's 10,000 people there, and everyone at that restaurant is looking at me because I'm parked on the hill with the dude with a gray Suburban with a wee woo little circle light on
The
top.
wee woo on top. Sounded like a British cop.
Yeah, straight up. Like he bought it at Walmart. It was a Halloween prop.
Yeah, I'll pull over right now.
Yeah, and so he like, we're going through the regulations. He's trying to find a reason, and it says like registered vehicle, tricycle, and like, and it says you have to have a license to drive it. And I didn't even have a driver's license. No, I had a driver's license. No, I didn't. I told him I didn't. But these guys are.
Yeah, that's the loophole that you guys never. The little hole that you're supposed to be a licensed driver to ride any of these things at any of the tracks.
Even a race car.
Yeah.
So, like this dude just will not stop, and I'm like, dude, I'm just chilling, like I'm just vibing on my tricycle, like let me go eat some chicken nuggets and fucking. And then I was like, if it offends you so much, I will park the tricycle for the week. He's like, this is mine for the week. And I was like, no, it's not. And then he calls the owner of Road America and the president, and I'm like, hello, like, I'm racing here. I have a pit vehicle. It's like a motorized tricycle. They're not letting me drive it. And he's like, that's fine. Just drive the tricycle. And the guy's like, no. Sends him a picture. And the guy's like, fuck no, you're not driving that thing. And I was like, what the fuck? So they're like, we're going to tow it. So they were going to get a truck from the racetrack and freaking tow that thing. And I'm like, you're fucking serious? I said, let me drive it back. And a tricycle, you can go on 2 wheels, right? So everyone's like cheering on me. So then we go to the impound this thing. It's like a shed. And it's like, I'm on 2 wheels, like fucking like feet off the pedals and shit, like fucking around. And I'm thinking, I can just make a mad dash and go on the highway. And I know a place. There's a lake with a shed, like a mile away.
Fuck?
Yeah. So we went fishing one year, and there's a lake with a shed. I could just hide it, and then we could pick it up at night and just drive it through, put it in our trailer, right? So I'm contemplating, like, right there. But then there's like a cop. So I'm like, damn. Because I was going to go on the highway with this thing. Because, like, it fucking hauls ass. Like, I can go the speed limit. So, he's dead, bro.
No, I'm closing my eyes trying to picture this in my mind for like the viewers, and it's the craziest story I've ever heard.
Oh, dude.
Because I
You think
was there.
This is crazy?
Okay, no. The thing is, I was there, so I can kind of visualize it. The people that have no idea what's going on, it's just you went from wee woo to like random like random sound.
Well, okay, so
soundboard.
So I ride the tricycle on 2 wheels.
He's my Baba Booey.
He just need his sound effects.
Well, I ride the tricycle on 2 wheels all the way under the bridge, all the way to the income place, pull in the corner. The dude like takes the registration sticker off. And I was like, now you're getting rid of evidence, motherfucker.
I might go lay down.
So I get my phone out and I start social.
You out?
I'm gonna go lay down.
All right, Liam.
I start social.
Go get some sleep.
Like social justice warrior this dude. Like straight up, I'm like, you're dead.
I'm gonna video you.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm gonna chain it up. It's a zip tie. It zip ties the steering wheel to a chain link fence. And I look at him, I said, we race cars. It's not like that's made out of titanium.
A zip tie.
Yeah, yeah. And they didn't even close the garage. And I'm like filming, like, look at this faggot tying up. And I'm putting it on my main story. I have the videos. It's hilarious. And he's just wearing his sunglasses. He's like this 25-year-old fat kid, like security. And I was like, well, fucking drive me back up to my pit, bitch. I was like, I'm not fucking leaving here. I will break that zip tie with my teeth and drive this thing back up if you don't take me up. So he takes me up, and the whole time I'm like, you suck at driving. You fucking suck. Like you're so fat. Like just roasting him. And I was like ending this guy's life. And later that night, I tell everyone, right? And Paul Rivera's, the legend himself, some liquid intuition was in him. He's just out of nowhere. We're robbing the tricycle back now. Broad daylight. We're gonna go make ghillie suits in the woods, and we're walking down there, and we're cutting a hole in the garage, and you can see like a mile down. The garage is still open. Like you just need wire cutters, right?
A ghillie suit.
Yeah, a ghillie. He was gonna go make a ghillie suit out of a bush, right? So Paul like this confidence just march down the hill, just and he goes up to the security guards. Like there's a couple. Where would I find a tricycle locked up in a garage? And I'm like right next to him, and they're like, maybe impound. And I'm like, okay. They just gave it to him, and he walks like we're still half a mile, and Paul is walking at 1 mile an hour, and all of a sudden the security guard is coming, like the guy, up the hill. Can't walk on the hill.
Can't walk on the hill?
I was like, no, you're just a faggot, dude. And Paul asked, where's the tricycle? And I'm like, Paul, this is the dude. And then out of nowhere, Bill Talley comes up in the freaking golf cart, locks it up, spins it, and the security guard, you better get out of here before I impound that thing too. And like the guy, like, and so there goes the chance of stealing the tricycle back, right? And then Phil goes and talks to the guy the next morning. And Phil's like, well, I talked to him. They said the reason you don't get the tricycle is because you're a flaming asshole. And I was like, well, we're all flaming assholes here. And I just want my fucking tricycle back.
Because you're a flaming asshole. That's like the greatest answer ever. It's like, doesn't matter what our rules are.
Yeah.
We're going to keep it.
Exactly. And I'm just like, and I'm like, Phil, you know how I am with rules. Like, fuck the rules, bro. I'm like, rules are just rules, man. Like they're not laws. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. No, there's a lot of the rules out there in this world that have been created by agencies and official people and this and that that have no legal.
You're a big person, man. You on your fucking moped,
right?
And you're oh my. And so that was that story, and then but this leads into another story. So talk about big dick secured Paul Blart guys, right? So we're at Indy, and I'm 14, and we're the youngest kids, more or less, to start the runoffs. There's like a couple other 14-year-olds, right? And we're driving pit bikes around, and I'm still a little thick, a little chubby. I'm with Jacob Loomis, and we're riding dirt bikes, and all of a sudden the whistle guy at the roundabout like starts blowing his whistle. And I'm like, fuck. So we just drive off. We're gonna go talk to Pelfrey about something. I don't remember what it was. One of their drivers, Jacob knew, and we're coming back on the roundabout, and Whistle Boy just like pulls me aside.
I love your how you define and like you get these examples of the different track officials.
Yeah.
You know, like what was the Caterpillar Mustache?
Oh, Caterpillar
Mustache Man. No, all right. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
It's a caricature, right? And this guy's just some old dude with the like he's a retired like little league football coach or something like this whistle, and he pulls us over, license registration, dead ass said that, and I started laughing. I was like, funny, right? Like I started the dirt bike back up. Oh yeah.
Keep talking. We gotta make a bathroom break, so we're gonna keep talking here.
Oh yeah. But there's no one in the stall.
This has never happened before, ever in the history. I guarantee it.
There's a lot of pride going on here. But yeah, so the pulls it up. It's gonna be hilarious. Yeah.
It is, man. All right, so story time. Are they being cleaned right now? Yeah, they are. I'm sure the sound is great. Here you go, Mark.
Tinkle time with Dustin.
Go ahead, Mark.
Tinkle time with Dustin. Oh my god.
This will only happen because we're recording at 2 a.m. It's all over me.
I'll wait a second. We'll have good sound effects for this.
So you're still at Elkhart, right?
Say what?
Are we in this story? Are we still at Elkhart Lake?
No, we're at Indy.
We're in Indy now. Okay.
Indy runoffs.
What happens?
So he pulls us over, and this time he's like really mad because it's the third time.
Oh wait, Indy runoffs 2017?
Yeah.
Paddock Marshall?
Yeah. The yellow guys. The yellow guys.
Oh.
The yellow guys are the worst.
Dude, if they could have thrown me out of Indy, they'd have done it in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah. So the yellow guys and the yellow guys hate me. So he literally said license and registration. And
License and registration. Knocking stuff over. I'm sure that was loud.
So and I started laughing. I was like, that's fucking hilarious. And he's like, no, like, serious. And I was like, well, if you mean like registration sticker, it's right there. He's like, license. And I showed him my racing license. He's like, no, license. And I was like, I'm 14, dude. I don't have a license. And I was like, what the hell?
I'm 14,
Yeah.
dude.
And so every like this guy is pissed. He's like, get off the dirt bike, push it back. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna fucking ride it back, dude. Like, I'm a racer. And Jacob's like, Jacob pulls out his license. He's like 17. He's like, here, like, done, right? And he goes like, you can go. And like, oh, this time there's 4 yellow guys. Like, fuck these guys. These guys are starting to get annoying. They're showing up out of everywhere. Like, I'm like the talk of town. Like, I'm a convict. I just murdered someone. You know?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah. So big guys. And so
My easy up was 6 inches over into an empty space for a day, and you'd have thought that I had like murdered the queen or some shit, dude. Like, it was crazy.
he's like, God damn, move it, motherfucker.
They told me they were gonna throw in the trash if I didn't take it down. I'm like, what?
Dude, they're morons. But so yeah, so this guy, he's like dead serious. And by this time, there's like 12 of these guys, and now there's like white jackets. There's SCCA guys.
Oh no, now you're in big trouble.
No, but so this changes later. The SCCA guys turn into be like we're in the court of law, and we're the defendants, and they're my lawyers, and these guys are the prosecutors. Like it was mixed. It was like a semicircle with yellow and white. And so I pull up the subs because I read the subs because Phil told me, like, you read the subs. It's the first run. Just gotta read them all. And it said you can drive a pit vehicle if you have a state license or a racing license.
Yep.
An Indy guy. Well, this is our racetrack. Well, guess what? We own you for the week. Like, I straight up say, I'm a little 14. Man, we own you, motherfucker. You know what I mean? I own you, bitch. I was like, it was so funny, dude. He's like all offended, right? He's like, what do you have any say? And I was like, well, like, I'm racing, and I'm not doing anything stupid, and I've been riding dirt bikes since I was 6, and I don't understand why this is a big deal. Well, it's insurance. Okay, so I say, well, how about this? So you're saying that every time I get off the racetrack, my dad has to drive my race car back to the paddock, and then drive it all the way back up. Not even on pre-grid, because that's part of your facility, and I have to strap into the car in pit lane. And the guy's like, guess so. And the SEC guys are like, fuck you. Like, they straight up, like, they're like, we're done with your shit. So now it's like almost a brawl. Like, there's like they're like, oh, their Goldman veins are like, you know what I mean? Like, their blood pressure, like, they're gonna have to start taking like insulin and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's bad. And like literally like this dude, the one center, like, grand poopah yellow guy was like talking to me. He's like, well, this is like our insurance policy. And so we get the freaking president of SCCA to come over, and he basically says, we bought you. You're our slaves for a week, so fuck off. Case closed. Like, and I'm like, so I pop a wheelie, leave, and I'm like, fuck you, bitch, bro.
It amazes me, like, and I've run into this a lot at the bigger tracks, Indy, Watkins Glen, stuff like that. The security there is so used to dealing with 100,000 of the general public that they're trying to keep away from the NASCAR guys, the IndyCar guys, the whatever it is. Like, and then we show up there for our events, and there are no fans. We're all there for the same reason. You know what I mean? Like, we're all there. And these guys have the same mentality that they have to keep us out of our own stuff. I run into this all the time trying to get into play, and they're like, I had the weirdest thing happen to me. This is so nuts. Like, when I launched this whole Right Turn Racing TV thing, like, a couple years ago, like 2017, right? I got Insta credentials, I got IndyCar credentials, everybody I asked for credentials, for media credentials for the year, gave them to me. I was like, this is what I'm doing. I'm launching this website. I'm doing it for this. I'm trying to get coverage, blah, 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 blah. SVRA wouldn't give me media credentials. The Vintage Racing Organization. And the chief registrar, this lady Pam, she even said to me at one point, she said, I don't understand what you're doing. Is this like an ego thing or something? And I was like, what? I said, I have a website that I cover motorsports. Like, I'm here to film and cover motorsports.
Yeah.
I said, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, we don't put it in the newspaper, Pam. We don't
Well, and,
scribe it into
like,
the rocks. With,
I,
with freaking,
it was
with
that was
chisels.
kind of the
Yeah.
like how it appeared, and it's like I get that like you go to these SCCA events and stuff, and it's you get that there's a disconnect between
The age group.
yeah, and it is really I mean you get it,
Yeah.
people treat you differently because you're younger. Like
Yeah.
dude, I still get treated that way.
Yeah.
I mean I'll be 40 this year, but like at the racetrack, if I walk into a Sebring weekend or whatever, I might as well be another 20-year-old to those
Yeah.
people.
Exactly.
And it's messed up because they will literally like, well, we have the same problem getting licenses. Like, if we go do test days at VIR or Jersey, if you're 40 years old and we show up to do a test day, they don't even ask.
Yeah.
But if you're like a 14, 15-year-old kid, they demand to see your pro license.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's age discrimination.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
And sometimes it's the kids that have more of a they're way better than more predictable.
we take 14-year-old kids that are like SCUSA champs,
Yeah, exactly.
and put them in a Ford for the first time.
Yeah.
And then we'll take a 45-year-old guy who's like just like an attorney or some shit, who's never driven a race car a day in his life, and he's like jumping into an Atlantic for the day.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, man, go have fun. Like,
Yeah.
which one of those is safer,
The 40-year-old man that just learned how to left foot brake versus
Yeah, like the guy that we put in the car and he goes, my right foot won't hit the brake pedal.
Yeah.
We're like, yeah, that's true.
That's not supposed to happen.
Like, oh, I got a left foot brake? Yep. See ya. Go have fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, dude, there's a weird deal there with SCCA, and it happens a lot, man. And you're going to run into it again, and,
That's why karting's so cool, though. 'Cause
I've noticed that.
you start when you're 6.
Well, but at the same time, like, at your age now, you're like a 70-year-old in SCCA.
Oh, yeah.
Like, in the karting world compared,
Oh, yeah.
Like, you walk through here, dude, when I see these little kids with their kit, and they're holding it, like, up like this.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's, like, rolling, and the handle's above their head as they're walking through the paddock.
They
You're like,
kick your ass. When
wow.
you're old enough, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're like, shit. You're like, that kid's gonna be laughing me next year when he's
Right?
Yeah.
It's insane, man.
That's awesome.
Well, dude, we are rolling on to almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it. This is great.
I think we need to stop this one, and then at what time is it? So it's 3 o'clock. I think at 6 in the morning, when I'm my crackhead mode on C4, we have a smaller podcast.
Yeah, hey, man, I will record.
We need to get Alex though.
Yeah.
We need to talk about the differences between. He does F1000. Right?
Yeah. And he's driven Trans Am, Atlantic.
Yeah.
He's getting ready to do some
I
TCR
follow
stuff.
his Instagram.
And, yeah.
His Cambox videos are pretty cool. Those things are quick. They're FBs, right? On SCCA.
Yeah, well, not anymore, technically. They got rid of FB in club racing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yeah, I mean, they're 1,000cc motorcycle motors in 1,000-pound cars.
Not so aero.
They have what?
Their aero's really good.
Oh, hell yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
one of them passed me at Sonoma, the red one. That was a Ferrari F1 car. And I was like, oh, see ya. It was cool.
Yeah, they're fast, and yeah, they're open design, so there's 7 different chassis. So like it's not a spec.
Liam was saying that was about the F2000 too. Like there's multiple.
Yeah, there's multiple cars in the club racing F2000. Like in US F2000
and
spec.
And it gives you like a certain area in which you can do like aero.
Yeah, you can basically change the wings and anything you want, any angle. We don't have like you guys have angles limits.
Yeah.
If you want to run that thing straight up and down, we don't care.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter. You want to run it flat? Go for it. Like
That's
whatever.
It's like
you can change the wing. You can put on any wing you want. Like
it's like old F1.
Yeah, it is. It's the only rules are that there's basic rules about Formula cars. 4 wheels, stuff like that.
Is there There's wheelbase.
There's a wheelbase, yeah, but it's pretty. It's a range.
Yeah.
Same thing with widths and all that kind of stuff. Everything's a range. It's not a specific. So which is pretty cool. Then. But the motors have to be bone stock.
Yeah.
So you can't do anything to them.
Well, that's cool.
Which keeps them cheap.
Yeah.
You can buy a wreck bike for $3,000 off eBay.
Throw it in there.
Yeah. So guys do. They run it for like 2 years.
It can be any 1,000cc.
Yeah. This is what is it? The Suzuki's the most popular, but Yamaha, Kawasaki, BMW, Honda, Aprilia. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yep. So all right, man. Well, we're gonna end this up, I guess, and you got another stint coming up here in a little while. You got to get back out on track and go do a couple hour and a half, 2 hours more, something like that. Some bang energy and get back out there.
I think I'm gonna wear this under the race suit.
Probably should, man. It's gotta be cold out there.
Sweet pants.
So, Well, yeah, man. Thanks for joining us, and good luck this afternoon. And I know I'm going to see you at some point this year, and we'll talk more throughout the year. And I'm going to have you guys on sometime in the summer
A lot of
when I'm down in
love.
Texas and come find out what the hell you guys do down there.
A lot.
So,
What we
all right,
don't,
man.
what we don't do down there.
Thanks a lot.
Yes, sir.
See you soon, man.
See you, mate.